Happy Friday. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you. We'll try this over again. Steer, good to see you, buddy. Apache X2, welcome aboard. Everybody else, I think I said hello to so far. Hope you guys are doing well. It is the unofficial end of the summer. As I mentioned a second ago, I couldn't be happier. I hate hot weather. I love fall, man. I love fall. It's such a great time of year. You got that nice crispness in the air. It's a good time for fires. Good time to have a cigar. Good time to kind of just chill out. You know, have a couple beers. It's a good time. Very good time. I'm super jazzed that we're coming into fall. My only regret is that it doesn't last nearly long enough. By two months from now, we're pretty much going to be putting the parkas on and getting ready for winter again. Rish01, welcome aboard. Plain Ben's in the house. Good to see you, man. I thought you would change your name, Ben. Yeah, so this is this is Friday, man. It's Friday. I'm super jazzed. I did a lot of flying last weekend, so I got lots to talk about there. And we got quite a lot of stuff coming up. The month of September, I think, is going to be a very eventful month in a lot of ways. So we got some stuff to talk about there. Dogs3447's in the house. So is CJ. Welcome aboard, guys. And yeah. So first of all, Busted Minimums. Busted Minimums, welcome to Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. He's here with Mr. Amazon Prime. Weatherman Thay's here for 8 months now. He says happy Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend to you as well, sir. Thank you. And Apache X2 is here for 5 months. He says, whoops, I did it again. You played with my heart, and that's all I really know about that song. So thank you guys very much for your support. I appreciate it. Cheers. And yeah, it's a good day. Thanks for the host, Chevy. Do you have any viewers to host with, or did you just give me the old one viewer salute with just you? It's good to see you, Chevy. I know you're out there somewhere. I kind of miss the old days of Chevy Rule 727 lurking through his follower list and calling people like Keith and myself out. Sabid, welcome aboard. I'm not on for long, but I'm in Boston. Nice, dude. It's great weather this weekend, with the exception of Sunday. It's going to be fantastic weather all weekend long. Very excited about that. Old Fly Guy 70's in the house. Good to see you, man. And yeah. So we're going to be flying the VFlyteAir Cirrus SR20 version 2.5. So this was recently up. I think it was actually updated in like the last week and a half. And they've done quite a lot of work to this thing, from what I understand. Like, I think there's some new sounds. I know there's a new flight model that they've worked with Aerosim on. There is improvements to the G1000, to the perspective system. And from what I understand, all around, this is just a much better plane than it was previously. So I'm looking forward to flying it. I got a hell of a flight plan queued up. But first of all, let's say thank you to Mr. Steer, S Steer, I'm going to say. S Steer, is it Steer? S Steer? ST here? Saint here. Oh, Saint here. I like that. Saint here. Already 2 months, he says. Can you stream a more European-friendly time at least once? The clock is one. Yeah, dude, I'm working on it. It won't be this weekend. I'm going to stream on Monday, but I suspect that you probably will be at work on Monday. Actually, if I stream on Monday, I might catch you guys in the evening. So Monday afternoon, we're going to do some flying too. But yeah, I think next weekend is going to be one where I can do some European-friendly stuff during the weekend. The problem is the last few weekends I've just the last 2 months worth of weekends I've just been incredibly busy and just haven't been able to jump on where the European folks can come in. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on doing at least one, if not two, of those in September. And then we'll probably start getting a lot more going once October and whatnot rolls around. So yeah. Ghostface GDB, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Poker 2012 Choose in the house. Good to see you, man. So cheers to Mr. Steer. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to enjoy that one tonight. So, VFlyteAir. Oops. The VFlyteAir Cirrus SR20. I'm actually really excited to fly this thing. So yeah, I got a monster of a flight plan queued up this evening. Let's see if I can dig this sucker up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly a couple of VFR legs and a couple of IFR legs. So the plan is we're going to fly VFR from Whiteman Airport, where we are at right now, all the way down to San Diego. That should take us about a half hour, 40 minutes. We're going to pop ourselves down the mini route while we're on the way. So we're going to do the mini route, climb up to 3,000 feet, fly out over the ocean here, kind of fly out this way, and blah, 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 blah. We'll probably end up busting through the Charlie as well, through John Wayne. Hopefully there won't be anybody coming out of it that will bother. Make our way down the coast, come down to San Diego. Once we get inside the San Diego Bravo, we're gonna have to dip ourselves down for this section, especially. We're gonna dip ourselves down to 1,500 feet. So we're just gonna like nail the deck there, and then make our way into San Diego. Make the turn to San Diego. We're gonna fly IFR from San Diego up to Bullhead City, I should say. Kilo India Foxtrot Papa. So make our way up to the Bullhead Airport. Laughlin Bullhead. Yeah, Laughlin Bullhead. I thought about just doing a straight shot to Flagstaff, because Flagstaff is ultimately where we're going. But I figured I'd add another stop in here. Just otherwise, this is going to be like a 2-hour leg of us just staring at the prop, and I don't think that's going to be very exciting. So we're going to go to Bullhead, make the turn in Bullhead, and then we're going to do one more IFR hop from Bullhead out to Flagstaff. Flagstaff is a newly staffed airport on the network this week. PilotEdge has now added that to their full-time coverage, along with actually here. Let's do this. So they added a couple of airports here. Flagstaff, Prescott, and Tucson are the 3 new airports. So we have 3 new towered airports that we can fly into. So we're gonna do Flagstaff, and then I'm gonna do a little VFR jaunt down to Sedona. I was flying to Sedona last weekend, and the sim crashed as we were coming into the terminal area. So I'm gonna do a little VFR jaunt down to Sedona. And if you stick around, we might do something fun coming into Sedona. Hint, hint. So because we can't go an evening without doing the one fun thing that I have planned to do. So that should be a good time. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty packed night here. So without further ado, let's get this thing loaded up. Let's get this thing going. There we go. All right. So this is the VFlyteAir Cherokee. This is the VFlyteAir Cirrus SR20. The SR20 is known for being kind of not a very good plane, from what I understand. Like it's got all the luxuries and all the trappings that would make you feel very comfortable inside the plane, but it's also got like 200 horsepower and air conditioning, which means that it goes really goddamn slow. Pardon my language there. But yeah, this thing's a bit of a dog, from what I understand. It's definitely not the 22 that's got the 310 horsepower engine. McShady Pilot, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? Anybody? Electricians in the house? Good to see you. Ernie the Cat, welcome aboard, Ernie. And I think we got everybody there. Great. Yeah, the 22 would be super nice to have. I think Caronado made a 22. But yeah, so let's get some let's see here. Pre-flight. Everything will just leave shut. That's interesting. Why did that? Oh, because my mouse was clicked. We're at half tanks. We don't want that. On-screen notifications turn off. Leave the glass object on. Nose. So this plane actually steers using differential braking, but I'm going to use my nose wheel steering because braking in X-plane is kind of weird, and I don't really want to deal with it. So yeah, so we get the chock speed cover. So our doors are shut. I guess we could like show all that stuff off. I guess door. Got the sweet gull wing doors because you want to feel like you're driving or flying a Ferrari. Because why the hell not? All right, so that's what it looks like. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave all that stuff where it's at right now. Good there. Close that guy up. Come back in here. Down to the menu. The menu is being blocked because the menu is the bottom left-hand corner. We're underneath my webcam there. We'll pull the weight and balance up. I'm definitely not 174 pounds, so let's get that something a little more realistic there. That's pretty close right there. We'll pull the tanks to full. And I could add a passenger. So I don't know. Let's take a little passenger. Right there is good. And yeah, we're good with that. And we'll add some bags here in the back. That should keep us inside our CG range. So we're inside weight, we're inside CG, fantastic. We've got full tanks of gas. Oh, it only holds 54 gallons of gas. I figured it would hold a lot more than that. It's actually kind of surprising. GTA Boss, we'll talk about flight school once I'm up in the air. Sorry I'm late for class. No problem, McSheedy Pilot. You're never late, buddy. Kevin Morris, good to see you, man. My first Kaiser live stream. I'm glad to have you here, buddy. Happy Friday. Tim Rodeo, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I think the Ferraris have... Oh, maybe it's Lamborghinis that have the gull wings. I don't know. The gull wings are... That's a thing that they talk about in, like, Silicon Valley, where it's like when you have, like the 6 zeros, you can have the gull wing doors. Kind of a running joke there. All right, so we got people, we got gas loaded up in this thing. Let's just go ahead and get the sucker fired up. So all the controls are down here. We'll go battery 1, battery 2, alt 1, alt 2. Avionics can be on as well. This thing will start to fire itself up. We will turn on, let's see, nav lights can come on, strobe off, landing light off, ice protection light off, pitot heat off, ice protection is all off. Great, 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 great. Okay. So let's make sure our parking brake is set. Parking brake is down there. Parking brake is set. Oh, man. Oh, this is one of those kind of planes. Okay. We need to make a change here. I can't deal with having a fake passenger inside my airplane. I really can't do it. Because if we were to actually, so this is definitely a VFlyteAir thing. If we were to come in here and add passengers, let's see what kind of creepy people we get. Oh yeah, oh yeah, So yep, she's on the eye. This is the same stuff we ran into in the twin Comanche. She's gonna be on her iPad the whole time. She's like staring into your soul. Look at that. Just leave that camera right there for a little bit. She's all like, you know what? I am going to steal your soul. Perhaps you would like to turn to the dark side and come to me. Yeah, the one with the iPhone's cute. That's fine. She got her Coke down there too. She knows what's up. And this guy, he's got his feet on the pedals. He's like, I'm gonna fly. I'm like, no, you're not gonna fly. Okay, get your damn feet off the pedals. All right, we saw them. They're here. And now they're gonna go away because I can't deal with that. All right. Anyways, the parking brake is set. Mixture will go to full. Mixture's to full. We'll crack the throttle about 25% or so, and we'll yell clear prop because we'll say clear prop, and we should be able to then. All right. I don't know how to fly this thing at all, so I'm gonna put the RPMs around 900 because that's about what I would do in Cherokee. That seems about right. Get the sound up a little bit there too. Great. Okay, so I need to do charts too because I haven't done any of that stuff. Whiteman Airport diagram. And San Diego Airport diagram. Great. Whiteman ground is 25.0. 25.0. And Whiteman Tower is 35.0. Oh, almost right there. Okay, so we know the radios work. That's good. Joe's controlling. I haven't heard Joe for a while. Plan's going to be for 2,500 feet, so we'll do that right now. Altitude select 2,500. Altitude select 2,500. So we're going to start at 2,500, and once we're through the mini route, we'll jump our way up to 3,000 feet. That's good there. I'm going to put a quick flight plan over here, so we will actually watch this. Check this out. That is a face full of perspective, man. A face full of perspective right there. In fact, that might be the title of the stream tonight. Let me write that one down. I like that. It's always great when I can laugh at my own jokes. Full of perspective. Great. Okay, so that's fine. And let's go, let's see. I figured out how to do this earlier. So we click, and then we turn that way, and then we go KW. Nope. WHP Airport. Enter. And then we'll go to no VNAV. And then we're gonna go to SMO. That's a VOR. Not SMQ. SMO. Thank you. Angry pilot here for 6 months. Creepy girl had a better chest though, so there's that. Angry pilot, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Dookie Duke, welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well as well. Scooby Doo's in the house. Good to see you, man. Elgar Dune, good to see you as well. Hello and happy Friday. We got them all. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go to SMO, and then we'll hit enter there because we don't have VNAV stuff to worry about. So this is like a flight plan light, or like a G1000 light. Like it'll actually do procedures, which is impressive. We're gonna play around with that later. And from there we're gonna go to KSAN. KSAN. That's an airport. Great. Enter. Enter. Okay. So here's the plan. Get this like comically large display out from in front of me. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna jump to the Los Angeles tack chart. Well, we got our engine warming up here. So we're gonna depart out of the Whiteman Airport. We're gonna depart sort of to the northeast, climb our way to 2,500 feet, make a left turn here, head towards the west. We're gonna look for the Santa Susana Pass, sort of thereabouts. Make sure we're gonna make sure we're clear of the of all the airspace here, and then make our way south towards Santa Monica. Actually, no, the Charlie out here, we can just go to 2,500. No, we got to avoid. We probably want to avoid the Van Nuys airspace, so we'll kind of swing our way outside the Delta here. Basically, look for the Chatworth Reservoir and make ourselves southeast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the Santa Monica VOR and we're gonna fly the mini route. So over on from the tack chart on the left-hand side here, it's been a while since we talked about this. You have the mini route. The mini route says depart Santa Monica Airport, or depart the Santa Monica VOR on the 128 radial. That's going to have you basically drawing a straight line across the numbers for both sets of runways in LAX. You keep on flying that. You fly that till you go through the Bravo, and then till you come out of the Bravo, and then you're clear. So once what we're going to be doing is we're going to dial up the Santa Monica VOR 110.8. We'll do that here in just a second. We'll dial in the 128 course, the 128 radial. We are going to get the Santa Monica Tower frequency ready to go, which is 120.1. We're going to get the Los Angeles Tower frequency ready to go, which is 119.8. And then as soon as we make that transition to Los Angeles and we get our Bravo clearance, we're also going to get Hawthorne ready to go, 121.1. These three frequency changes are going to happen, or these two frequency changes I said are going to happen very, very, very fast. Once we're clear of Hawthorne, they'll knock us back over to SoCal approach, and from there we'll continue flying. So once we're out of the Los Angeles Bravo, the plan is to stay at 25, or the plan is, to climb to 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet will keep us below all the Bravo airspaces, but then get us above the Delta airspace. And we're going to plan for a 3,000 foot departure as we head down the coast. Coast city, coast, coast, coast. The only thing that we might run into, the only problem that we might run into on the way is this little bit of Charlie airspace here within John Wayne Airport. So if there's anybody coming out of John Wayne, they may have us doing some funky stuff to avoid this, but my plan is to basically just stream right through that Charlie airspace at 3,000 feet. So we're going to make our way down the coast. We'll head over to the Los Angeles the World VFR chart. Make our way down the coast. We're going to make sure we stay a few miles offshore to avoid this restricted airspace. I can't remember the exact altitudes in this thing, but I know that I believe this would come into play right now for us. So we're going to keep ourselves a few miles offshore to avoid that airspace. As soon as we are abeam Palomar Airport, we're going to start looking at airspaces again, because now we're going to care. Continue down the coast. Once we're at the Palomar Airport, we're going to descend down to 1,500 feet, and then we're going to stay 1,500 feet, continuing into the coast, watching out for this peninsula here that'll be off our right-hand side. We're going to look for the Mission Bay VOR in the Mission Bay area. Is that actually called? I think it's actually called Mission Bay. I'm gonna assume that is called Mission Bay. So we're going to look for Mission Bay, and within Mission Bay, we're going to make our way towards San Diego Airport. And we're going to be waiting for San Diego Tower to give us a Bravo clearance. We do not cross the Mission Bay 264 radial until we get a Bravo clearance from San Diego. I'm going to have all that on my ForeFlight stuff too, so we're going to make sure that works. And then we'll make our way down to San Diego. We'll plan to land and park up on the northeast side of the field there at the FBO. So that's the flight that we're going to do right now. Shouldn't be too bad. It's been a while since we've done one of these. SoCal flights. I'm kind of excited about that. Let's pull you over there, put you on Santa Monica. Great. So the frequencies that I cared about, the one I cared about the most was the Santa Monica VOR, which is going to be 110.8. So we'll punch that in. I'm going to pull up the TAC chart again here. So we'll hit Los Angeles TAC, and we'll put ourselves on the mini route so we can not the SFRA, but the mini route right here, so we can catch that. So we're going to be on the 110.8 VOR, or 110.8 for our nav frequency, and 128 radial. All right, let's come in here. That's calm. how do I change the nav rate? Can I? I'm assuming I can tune a VOR on it. Oh yeah, it's over here. It'd be kind of silly if I couldn't tune a VOR on this thing. 110.8. So 110.8. Punch that over there. SMO identified. And we're going to grab the 128 radial. So we're going to grab course and change that. Oops, that's barometer. Course and change that to. Interesting. To 128. I'm just going to use. I have a cheater button on my joystick that I'm going to use. Right there. We'll go transponder to ground. Oop, transponder to, sorry, VFR. And then to altitude. Now we can come over here. I hope you saw that. We already did that. We're not worried about that. Starting engine, we did all of that stuff. Our instruments are all, the oil temperature's high, but I know, like, I've been told that the oil temperature is incorrectly high in this model right now. So that's not something that we care about. Everything else is in the green, and that's what is important. Before taxi, flaps are up, radio avionics are set, cabin heat is set. Fuel selectors on the left tank. We'll start on the left tank. We'll go to the right tank once we're up in the air. Good. And, okay. So let's grab the weather, and then we'll call ground up and get our taxi going. So the weather at Whiteman Airport. Winds are 1208 gust, or 1206 gust 14, 10-mile visibility, scattered clouds, or skies are clear, sorry. 39 Celsius, holy crap, it's still summer there. And 2980 on the barometer. 2980. All right. Let's get ourselves comfortable here. Go to the left. Should be another plane out there. I think Max is going to join us. I'm not sure if he still is, though. All right. We got some roll going. Check the brakes, make sure they work. They do. And we'll turn up our PilotEdge volume there.
Whiteman ground, November 5, down to 5, Mike Whiskey SR20, slant Gulf, looking for a beacon code for the mini route advisories to San Diego at 3000.
Flight on 5, Mike Whiskey, Whiteman ground, you familiar with 4 stacks depart?
We sure are, sir.
5, Mike Whiskey, rest down.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with the 4 stacks departure.
5, Mike Whiskey on departure, overfly the 4 stacks out or below 2,500. Departure frequency 118.7, squawk 1401, verify aircraft type.
Alright, on departure, fly direct to 4 stacks below 2,500 feet, 18.7's departure, squawk 1401, we're an SR20 slant Gulf, Cirrus, for 5 Mike Whiskey.
5 Mike Whiskey, thank you. And frequency is 118.7, it kind of broke up there.
Affirmative, 118.7 for 5 Mike Whiskey.
If I get my notepad out here. Whiteman ground, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra, Cirrus SR20 slant Gulf, looking for a taxi with the VFR advisories down to San Diego 2,500.
That was blocked there. 5 Mike Whiskey, go ahead.
Yeah, transient taxi Whiskey.
5 Mike Whiskey, runway 12 taxi Alpha.
I think that's him right there.
5 Mike Whiskey.
Other aircraft, go.
Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra, Cirrus SR20. We're at the FBO with the weather, looking for advisories down to San Diego 2,500.
Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra, Whiteman ground, on departure, overfly the 4 stacks out or below 2,500. Departure frequency 118.7, squawk 2134.
Overflight 4 stacks below 2,500, 118.7, 2134, Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra.
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra.
So we'll go to the code here. I have 2. I know I have 2 that I need to read back to you guys. 2134. 2134.
Whiteman Tower, 4 stacks departure, wind 1106, gust 14, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
4 stacks departure, runway 12.
All right. Nightmare Frame here for 8 months. Why aren't you studying for the check ride? Yeah, I know, right? And then J Cross, thank you very much for 8 months, John. Cheers, my friend. Cheers to both of you guys. I appreciate your support.
4363 Romeo, San Luis Tower, say direction departure.
This is for pattern work.
463 Romeo,
right.
left close
Good right,
traffic,
good left.
go down each time, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Left close traffic, report midfield for 29er 4363 Romeo.
Park brake, brakes, yada 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 yada. Okay, that's all good. Come down here, do our run up here.
November 172 Sierra Alpha, holding short runway 16 left.
Zero Mike Papa, send me in 14000.
All right. Dude, I'm excited to fly this thing. Mr. Strautman, it's good to see you, Rick. Happy Friday, sir.
Sierra Alpha, Van Nuys.
Nightmare Frame, welcome aboard. Happy Friday to you. Mr. Kraus, welcome aboard. Zeke, welcome aboard. Stephen Ramos, welcome aboard. Happy Friday.
Towards the south, November 172.
Don't clip the planes. Yeah, I'm trying not to. There goes one guy. Boom!
2 Sierra Alpha makes depart straight out, runway 16 right, clear forward, takeoff, wind 2904.
Now, I will say the real plane sounds nothing
Runway
like this.
16 left,
But that's okay.
Departure November 172.
Eccentric 1, welcome aboard. Happy Friday.
2 Sierra Alpha, affirmative.
Iowa Scotsman, good to see you. If I miss anybody else, let me know.
Affirmative, November 1.
Hope you guys are all doing well.
Thank you.
We'll talk about flight training and all that stuff once I get up in the air. It's been a week. I have no idea what the climb speeds are. I see that I'm gonna say 99 is probably the climb speed. Angle's 83, rate's 96. So Kyokin here for 7 months. I didn't know today was Friday. Well, now you do, Kyokin. Thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friends.
VFR 2500 southbound departure, southbound transition approved.
Alpha Bacon, good to see you, man. Alpha Bacon, you kind of know what to expect. I knew pretty much what he was gonna read back to me because he just read it back to Max. Like he just read the exact same thing. Whoops, just read the exact same thing back to Max. So I knew that was gonna be the case. So we'll pop ourselves over here in the run-up area.
Airflight 20 Mike, SoCal approach.
Make a big turn here. Cirrus Max here for 8 months with the God tier sub. Who's #1 in line for takeoff? The guy who just took off, Max. Max, thank you very much for your continued support. I appreciate it, buddy. Cheers, my friend. Why not the SR22? Because VFlyteAir hasn't made an SR22. They made a 20. Cactus 1550s here for 7 months. Long weekend and Fridays of the bee's knees. Indeed, sir. Thank you very much for your continued support. I'll cheer you here in a second. All right, so we're going to do, let's see here. Where's the fuel pump at?
Heading 180.
All right.
4363 Romeo is midfield for 29er.
463 Romeo, Romeo, clear for the option.
29er clear for the option. 436.
There is no fuel pump.
Wind 3103. American 877, Kyle Center, Center 134.65.
That should be the fuel pump, I think, right there. Or is it down here? Oh, there it is. Boost pump right there. Great. I was a little confused there for a second. All right. Okay, that's good. Fuel quantity confirmed. Fuel selector's in the left tank. Fuel pump is on. Flaps 50%. Transponder set. Autopilot. Where is the autopilot? Okay, autopilot's good. I don't know. Autopilot does autopilot things. Have any defrost. Brakes for holding. Power to 1700 RPMs.
Cirrus 2 Mike Delta Bravo. 5 miles from ESCON. Maintain 3000.
Alternator showing alternator stuff. Is it? Yes, alternator showing alternator stuff. Pitot heat's on. Navigation lights on. Landing lights are on. Annunciator lights. No annunciator lights are on. We're good there. Great. Voltage good. Pitot heat good. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. I'm sure all that stuff is fine. We'll check the left and the right.
American 877 Los Angeles Center was Colorado. Maintain 3000. Las Vegas altimeter 2.
About a 50, 60 RPM drop right there. About 150 actually like 150 RPM drop on that. Probably take this plane back in for maintenance in that case. 100 RPM drop on the magnetos, but they're both the same, so that's fine. Good there. Engine parameters great. Power lever back to 1000 RPMs.
Contact Santa Monica.
Alright, so looking vacuum and all that, so we'll go to the engine.
0.1 cryptic code, Skyline 8 Golf.
Engine vacuum is, I'm assuming it's in here somewhere. Oil's good. Fuel flow, manifold pressure, blah blah blah. Power, oxygen, we don't care. I don't know where the vacuum pump is, but whatever.
3,500 or 7 miles to the north, requesting mini route.
Yeah. The vacuum in here? I don't know. There's a vacuum pump, vacuum pump gauge somewhere that we're gonna assume is fine.
2973 will remain outside the Bravo. SoCal 8 to go.
Good. Trim for takeoff. All right.
Scout 2 Sierra, Las Vegas altimeter 2988.
Trim for takeoff right there. Okay. This is like the only time tonight we're going to use this checklist, by the way.
Is Mike Papa flighting 100, vector Palomar.
Brakes, steer with the rudder only, power lever full forward, engine parameters good. Rotate 65 to 70. At 85 knots, flaps can come up. Okay, fantastic. Clear left, clear to the right.
$2 Bravo, it's not a necessary call.
Now we're just waiting on Max.
You don't need to report anything in that scenario.
Tower.
Says
35-0. Departure
18-7.
18-7. Apparently Max is doing the I just got out of maintenance and I'm going to really stress out and test out my engine before I go anywhere run up. Lost Kiwi 337, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Flight Logic, welcome aboard, Tyler. Happy Friday. Al smoking teas in the house. CBS 1133, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Dookie Duke, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. And K-Buff Aviator, thank you very much for your 5 months of support. He says, cheers to 5. Thank you very much for you guys' support. Cheers. Trip Taker, happy Friday. Welcome aboard. Good to see you.
Last 457, contact Albuquerque Center, 132.
Pre-clear customs there. It's nice. Don't have to clear. Yeah, dude, those places are nice. Do that in Aruba as well.
Bombardier is Mike Papa, maintain 210 knots, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
Don't know what he's waiting on.
Cirrus 5 Mike Whiskey, Whiteman Tower, wind 1106, gust 14, first stacks departure, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 125 Mike Whiskey.
I'm not entirely sure what the 4 stacks departure is.
Air 520 Mike for SoCal approach, Palomar altimeter 2972, the ILS.
In Tower 5 Mike Whiskey.
R5 Mike Whiskey.
Hey, just confirm me, direct 4 stacks and heading northwestbound background towards Santa Monica, correct? Is that departure?
Thanks, Max.
R5 Mike Whiskey, just, it's almost a straight out overfly the 4 stacks, which will to the right, and then continue on that heading. In Burbank, I'll have further instructions. That'll almost put you on a direct heading for Santa Monica.
Got it, 5 Mike Whiskey. Thank you.
You're in Santa Monica Terrace, I need to go overhead Santa Monica VR.
Got it.
Skyline 82 Golf, contact Los Angeles Tower 119.8.
19.8, 8 to go.
Thanks, Max. You're a champ.
Bombardier 0 Mike Pop lighting 080 vector LS runway 24.
Farmer Medic, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Fireblade 103, happy Friday. Hawaiian Hippie, thank you for 6 months of support. Just shot you an email, pick the 757 I fly. I don't think you like it. Hawaiian Hippie, I'll check it out, man. Thank you.
Enroute southbound.
Sam Bam 1357's in the house. Good to see it. Kevin Morris, welcome aboard. All right, lights, camera,
618 to go.
action.
R5 Mike Whiskey contact Burbank Tower.
8 over to departure 5 Mike Whiskey.
Tower Sierra 717 Tango Sierra short 12.
Departure for 505 Mike Whiskey 1.3 direct stacks
3 calls.
Cirrus 505 Mike Whiskey Burbank Tower radar contact, and what are your intentions?
Yes, sir. Direct Santa Monica for the mini route, please. 5 Mike Whiskey.
5 Mike Whiskey, roger, maintain VFR out of below 2,500. Correction, maintain VFR at 2,500. Southbound transition approved. Burbank altimeter 2974.
Alright, 74 and maintain 2,000. 5 Mike Whiskey, thanks.
Cirrus 2 to Bravo, contact Palomar Tower 118.6. Skyline 82 go radar contact with Bravo airspace minute route southbound, maintain VFR 2,500. LA altimeter 2973.
Roger, cleared through the Bravo mini route southbound.
We'll just wait. He's kind of busy right now.
Skyline 82 go, if you can keep that right turn going to rejoin.
Roger, give the right turn to rejoin.
Turn our pitot heat off. We don't need that.
For 717 Tango Sierra White Tower, 4 stacks departure is approved. Wind 110 at 6, gust 14, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 12, 4 stacks, 7 Tango Sierra. Go to the right, clear to the left. Lights, whoops, lights, camera,
2 Delta Bravo on the ILS, 5 miles east.
Action.
For a full stop on 24. 2 Delta
mixture,
Bravo.
tanks,
372 Delta Bravo, Palomar Tower,
tank.
24, clear to land, wind 2706.
Let's get out of here.
2 Delta Bravo.
American 877, contact Las Vegas approach 125.9er.
Okay, power's up. RPMs are good. Engine's in the green.
Cessna 20 for B-level.
26 right, ready for departure.
Can't quite hold a center line, but that's my problem.
Cessna 20, are you level at 4,500 there?
Airspeed's good. Rotate.
Alright, if you notice a shelf is above you at 5,000 there, there's no way for you to get to 5,500. You have to turn around northbound to get up to 5,500.
I have no idea where the 4 stacks are.
JetBlue 727 Los Angeles Tower.
I'm gonna go with this way.
Clear for takeoff, wind 040 at 3.
Clear for takeoff 26 right, with 727.
Market 877 Vegas approach, fly heading 060.
I'm gonna go with this.
Vector visual approach runway 1 left, Las Vegas altimeter
2988,
2988, advise you of weather.
Verify. Flaps are not coming in.
877,000.
Okay.
07 Tango Sierra, contact Burbank Tower 18.7, have a good one.
Tower 18.7, 7 Tango Sierra.
2 Sierra Alpha, you're in violation of Bravo airspace now. That was the post trying to make, you're under the shelf there. It's going to be a fail for the Cat 10. Say intentions.
I think maybe the 4 stacks are there. Who knows? Tower Sierra 717 Tango Sierra 1800 VFR.
Alright, 2 Golf Bravo airspace, register terminate contact Hawthorne Tower 121.1.
21.1, Skyline 8 to go.
Scout 2 Sierra 5. I don't have time right now to explain. I'll get back with you in just a minute. Remain outside Bravo airspace. Descend and remain outside Bravo airspace.
Hawthorne Tower, Skyline 618 to go, 2,500, mini route southbound.
Scout 618 to go, Hawthorne Tower.
I have no idea what this thing is.
What are your intentions?
We're just kind of winging it here.
After leaving the mini route, we'll turn eastbound to Fullerton, Skyline 8 to go.
Skyline 8 to go, Friday. Sierra 717 Sierra Burbank Tower, radar contact. And what are your intentions?
Climb 2,500 feet, mini route down to San Diego.
Sierra 17 Sierra, meeting before 2,500, southbound transition approved, Burbank altimeter 2974.
74, 2,500 southbound transition, 7 Tango Sierra.
JetBlue 727.
Okay, so we're going to crank ourselves over here. We're going to make sure we stay out of Van Nuys's airspace. I'm going to fly down towards this ridge. We'll run the ridge, we'll head towards Santa Monica, and we'll get ready to intercept that radial.
Clear for the option 29 or 4363.
I'm not sure what he's going to give me for frequencies just yet. I am going to go autopilot, though.
For BFR.
Just to make this whole, because this whole process is going to get real crazy real quick.
Somebody off there said far southeast departure. Is that, who is that?
177 Tango.
Keep climbing there, buddy.
Charlie 404.
177 Tango November, Van Nuys, some request.
Bring myself back to 75% power. And we're just going to keep her full rich right now.
JetBlue 720, suspect departure, radar contact, verify climb via SID.
Jump over. Oh, no, that's the wrong button there.
727, climbing level 190 and passing 5,000 flight heading.
Let's put ourselves in heading mode. How do I go to heading mode? Does that do it? Nope. Down here.
Exchange Bruce, Cockpit 4.
Perfect. Flying tail dragger here for 8 months. 8 happy months, he says. Streamer my life. Thank you very much, sir.
Keep the code, 5 Mike Whiskey.
Appreciate it, Flying tail dragger. Thanks, Justin.
Contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1, radar service terminated, keep your code.
20.1, 7 Tango Sierra, your code.
Santa Monica Tower, November 5, then 5 Mike Whiskey, direct Santa Monica 2900, looking for the mini route, please.
Record 877, be descending, maintain 7,000.
Okay.
Cirrus 595 Whiskey, Santa Monica Tower, join mini route, remain outside Bravo airspace to advise, altimeter 2973.
During the mini, remain outside the B, 5 Mike Whiskey.
Palomar ground, November 372 Delta Bravo, clear the activated Alpha 5.
Okay, we'll bring ourselves over here. Come on this ridge.
Archie Delta Bravo, pass for the I do tax park via Alpha, have a good day.
Good day, thank you very much. 2 Delta Bravo.
Santa Monica Tower, Sierra 717 Tango Sierra, 5 miles to the northeast, looking for mini route southbound.
Or 0 Mike Papa, turn 5 degrees left. Reduce
Damian Wilson. Damian Wilson, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. Appreciate it, buddy.
So that's 2 Sierra Alpha. You're still at 5,500.
J10 GB, good to see you.
The Bravo airspace.
Ryan Skis, welcome aboard.
The Bravo and remain outside Bravo.
There's going to be a lot that happens here in a second. We are VFR, yep. A lot's going to happen here for a second, and then it's going to die off as soon as we get past Los Angeles.
Cirrus SR20 Tango Sierra Santa Monica Tower, join mini route, remain outside Bravo, to advise altimeter 2973.
So the mini route, remain outside the Bravo till advise, 73 on the altimeter, 7 Tango Sierra. All right.
American 870, thank you, turn left, heading 300.
7-3. So we're going to start looking out for the Santa Monica Airport. Santa Monica Airport is right there. So I'm going to turn towards Santa Monica. I'm using the autopilot right now just for, you know, just to make the workload a little easier. Stream Storm Chaser, happy Friday. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Okay, let's bring you back. Declutter that map a bit. Great. All right, 2,500 feet. 140 indicated. 75% power is what we're shooting for. Looking good, looking good.
Aircraft calling step down, you take
Los Angeles Tower, Cirrus 595 Mike Whiskey, just over the VOR. I'm joining the 128 off of Santa Monica, looking for the Bravo.
Bombardier 0 Mike, turn left, correction, turn right, heading 210.
All right. There's Los Angeles, there's Santa Monica, we're doing good. We're looking for a straight line right across the, oh shoot. Okay, there's the ident button. I'm like, gonna figure out how to ident real quick. We're gonna draw a straight line across those, straight line right across those 4 runways.
Contact, clear to Bravo airspace, mini route southbound, maintain VFR 2,500, LA altimeter 2973.
They're gonna turn in there.
Bravo, maintain 2,500, Cirrus 5 Mike Whiskey.
6-3 Romeo, correction.
All right. So we got that radial down there we're going to grab. We're also doing visually. We can just fly off the off the runways there.
29 clear for the option, 436 Romeo.
So we're not quite on the radial yet, but we'll get there.
27. Cleared. Direct Golfs. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Just about to cross Santa Monica VOR.
American 877 missing instructions here. Flighting 290, flighting 290, and the.
Is there no DME in this thing?
Stop your descent there. You're flying runway.
I don't know if this has got a DME. That's, oh no, it's got to be up here. No? I don't know.
Fullerton Tower, escalate 618 to go for 5 to the
Well,
west.
we'll worry about it here in a second. We can use the we can use the radios for now. All right, let's pull ourselves. Let's pull power back a touch here.
American 877 Los Airport, 10 o'clock, 1
Okay, there's crossing. Make our turn in.
American 870 clear approach runway 1 left.
Cannot cross into that Bravo yet, so we're just going to pull the speed back. Give him plenty of time to give us the Bravo, give us the handoff to tower and the Bravo clearance.
7 Sierra, contact Los Angeles Tower 190.8.
LA Tower, 7 Tango Sierra.
6182 Golf, Fullerton right, correction, right over. Gonna right down runway 24, clear to land.
Right down runway 24, clear to land, escalate 9 to go.
Alright, now Mike Pop, turn left, heading 060.
Okay, we're good now. We got 2 miles to the Bravo. LA Tower, Sierra 717 Tango Sierra, mini route south.
Sierra 717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles helicopters ident.
There's the ident.
Sierra 5 Mike Whiskey, Lima Bravo, airspace radar starts terminated, contact.
Mile and a half to the Bravo.
21-1, 5 Mike Whiskey today.
Sierra 717 Tango Sierra, radar contact, clear to Bravo airspace, mini route southbound, maintain VFR 2,500, LA altimeter 2973.
Go to the Bravo airspace, mini route southbound 2,500, 73, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, back up to 75%. 19.1 will be the next, or 21.1 will be the next frequency.
595 Mike Whiskey, Hawthorne Tower, altimeter 297, stop found, transition approved, open flight following.
2976, transition approved, affirmative, looking for 3,000.
Oh, right. We can look outside for a second.
There's 5 Mike Whiskey, approved, contact SoCal departure 13.
Right there. If you're on that radio, you're essentially flying right across the numbers for both airports, or both sets of runways. We're a little bit left course right now.
Northeast, southeast departure with the following direction southeast.
I love.
Still have you 1 second here.
Love this transition.
Or 0 Mike, but turn left heading 270.
Any way to change the awful map on the MFD? Nope.
JetBlue 720 contact lost.
That's what you get.
3.55.
They're working with the tools they got. God, it's so cool. I want to do this in the real world. I really want to do this.
SoCal departure right then.
All right, it's just send me over to Hawthorne. That's the hardest part right there.
Bombardier 50 Mike Papa 5 miles from Tucson. Maintain 3,500 to establish localized clear Alice runway 24 approach.
We're doing VFR for now. Yeah, the next 2 flights will be IFR.
07 tanks Sierra, leaving Bravo airspace. Start turning. Contact Hawthorne Tower 121.1. Radar service. I said radar service turn.
21-1-7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you.
Cirrus Flight 5 miles key. Radar contact 3 miles south Hawthorne Airport. LA altimeter 2973.
Hawthorne Tower, Sierra 717 Tango Sierra, 2,500 mini route southbound without radar service.
JetBlue 727 Center, climb maintain file 260.
I don't think he liked my joke.
Calling Hawthorne Tower, say again.
717 Tango Sierra, 2,500 mini route southbound, no radar service.
Cirrus 717 Sierra Hawthorne Tower, southbound transition approved. Altimeter 2972, squawk VFR.
727 Tango Sierra.
4360 Romeo, midfield for 29er.
I inadvertently just killed my flight following because I thought I was being funny.
29er, clear for the option, 63 Romeo.
So it's 20
It's all right. You know what?
18.4. Stop landing 2 miles north.
It's 1,200.
With the weather.
We'll jump up to 3,000 feet.
November 172
So at
Sierra
this point,
Papa, contact Las Vegas approach 118.4.
Yeah, we'll jump up to 3,000 for the time being. I just inadvertently killed my flight following, so
Nice tower.
we'll pick up the flight following again once we get a little closer to San Diego. We'll get a little peace and quiet here for a bit. All right, so altitude 3,000.
177 November Van Nuys clearance. Departure frequency 134.2 squawk 46.
3,000. And we'll just go ahead and let's see here. I need to go out of alt mode. Nope. Vertical speed. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh no, I put it. Oh, damn it.
Size 172 Sierra Papa, Las Vegas approach. Henderson altimeter 2993.
3,000. Vertical speed up. There we go. All right, there we go. What overlays am I using? I'm using the stock overlays. I pulled everything directly from X-Plane. Okay, so as far as airspace now goes, we have a 5,000-foot Bravo shelf above us. There's going to be Torrance and Long Beach below us in a moment. Not really worried about those. We'll just continue on down here, head to the coast. We do have now some Charlie airspace to contend with because I decided to kill my flight following, but I can deal with that. As soon as we're clear of the next bit of Bravo airspace, which is essentially going to be once we're at the shoreline. Once we're at the shoreline, I'm going to climb it to 5,500 feet, and we'll fly 5,500 down towards down the coast. So at 5,500 feet, that means that once we're abeam Palomar, we're going to make our way down to 1,500. And once we're abeam Palomar, we'll go ahead and call we'll call SoCal approach up, and we'll call SoCal approach up, and we'll get flight following down to San Diego from there. Launchpad Flagana, good to see you, man. Can you hit declutter on the MFD? I already did, man. We got airports showing up. Airports, all you, I got rid of the fixes already.
Cirrus 5 Mike Whiskey, 12 o'clock, 2.5 miles, turning northbound, altitude keys 3,000, typing on.
AJ Vloggy, good to see you, buddy.
2 Bravo.
Happy Friday. Has Joe gotten a raise yet? I don't know, man. He deserves a raise. Minimachu plays. Welcome aboard. What the button for the exterior free cam is for X-Plane. By default, it's C. Dude, Max, that was crazy, man. Yeah, it's always kind of bonkers taking that transition. You know, I'm actually not entirely sure I can get up to 3,000. We might have to go down. I don't think I can get up to 5,500 feet as I'm looking at the weather here. Let's see here. John Wayne is reporting scattered. Oh, I should be able to. John Wayne's reporting scattered 6,500. Long Beach is reporting clear skies. Torrance.
Clear to land, 24, 50 Mike.
Torrance Few Cloud 5,000. So we'll see. We're going to aim for 5,500 feet here in just a moment. I'm looking at the deck of clouds. Let's pull the weather back in and see what happens. And I'm kind of doubtful that we're going to be able to make it that high, but we'll give it a go here once we get to the coastline. So we'll set the altitude 5,500. Again, what happened there is I was trying to be funny and I inadvertently canceled my flight following. And I'm too lazy to go ask for it again. So we'll just pick it up once we get down to San Diego. 5,500. Right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start to climb. We are out of the Bravo shelf above us right now is 8,000. The next one, so 8,000 and 7,000 what we got to contend with. So vertical speed, we'll just do 500 feet per minute. Nice, easy climb. Bank ourselves left a little bit here, head down the coast. Off we go. All right. Damian Wilson, I said thank you to you. SimPilot205, thank you very much for 8 months of support. Cheers. Kapool, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you as well, sir. Thank you all very much for your support this evening. This has been kind of a crazy one. J10GB, I'm drinking a Hefeweizen. So, yeah, so I flew up to Vermont. I flew up to Burlington, Vermont last week for my last solo. So I flew up to Burlington, Vermont for my last solo. I had lunch with a couple of friends of mine. It was very nice. It was a very good time. One of my, well, oh, try it later. So my friends that I visited, they're having a baby in like 3 weeks. My friend's wife is very, very pregnant. But we went out for lunch. Then we stopped at a couple of breweries. I didn't get to have any beer, but I went and bought beer. Of course, didn't stop me from buying some. And one of the beers I got was this Hefeweizen, and it's quite good actually. It's very like, it's very much an unfiltered, very much a very foggy and quite tasty beer. So yeah, no, that's what we're rocking tonight. We might be okay, 5,500.
Okay.
We're gonna be just below the clouds, but we'll be okay. I mean, 500 feet's all we need. Send me some IRL pics of the mini. Of course you did, Kiwi. I'll check this out later, Kiwi. So yeah, I hit 41.5 hours. So let's pull the logbook up. Alright, bring this over here while it's loading up. 1,500 to go. We should not, we're not going to bust that. We're not going to bust that Charlie airspace, so we should be okay. I could just go way the crap out there and just completely avoid it. That's maybe what I'd do. If we end up having problems with the clouds here, I'm just going to bang a right turn and go out around that Charlie airspace. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on things. Yeah, so if I go to private pilot, so here's where we're at. With the flight last, so I did a night flight. Actually, I did the night flight Thursday, but I did the night flight before I streamed last week. Had a chance to kind of talk about that a little bit. Apparently, Flight is slow as balls tonight. Busted minimum subs logging at the same rate. I'm at 40. Nice, dude. Did you start around April as well? Fireball sidecar? No, that's a bad idea. So yeah, with the flight last week, I'm at 41.5 total. 30.2 flight training. 11.3 with my solo hours. 5.6 on the cross country. So it was a little bit more flying to go up there and come back than I had to do. But you know, 0.6 is kind of, it's like $35, and it was totally worth it for the flight. Solo cross country was finished. I didn't have to bother with landing at another airport this time around because I'd already done my long cross country. 700 to go. I think we're still going to be okay. So I did my solo cross country before I went on vacation, so that's all done. I'm all set on the landings. I got 5 hours of cross country flight training. I got my 3.3 hours of flight training, or night flight training, I should say. I've done my night cross country. I've done my night takeoffs and landings. I've done my I've done my instrument, and I have had 6 hours of training in the last 3 months or 2 months. So these are all green check marks. That's a great thing. All that's left now for me to do is I'm going to go up tomorrow morning do about I'm going to do about an hour and a half of touch and goes. I need to work on my short field landings, and I just need to work on my approaches in general. I've been coming in a little too high, too fast. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. Monday, I'm going up with my instructor for an hour and a half, and we're going to do an hour and a half of check ride prep. So that's going to be him almost putting me through a mock check ride, if you will. We're actually quite close to that Charlie airspace. 2 miles, but we're going to make it. Barely. Barely going to make it up there, but we'll be fine. So I've got an hour and a half of check ride prep on Monday. I'm going to do another hour and a half of check ride prep probably next Saturday or Sunday. And then if he is happy with it, we're going to go ahead and schedule the check ride. So ideally, I'd like to get the check ride done in like 2 weeks. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the check ride is going to have to wait till after I travel again later this month. So I'm traveling again at the end of September and at the beginning of October. We're heading down to Orlando for a week for a conference, and then down to San Francisco for a week for a conference. So that's where we're at. I'm essentially at the home stretch now. It's just a matter of doing some last little bit of administrative work, and then sort of crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And yeah. I don't want to get my multi before you get your PPL. Dude, I think I'm doing pretty good on my PPL. I'm going to wrap up my PPL here in like 4 months, man. Or I guess it's going to be like 5 months by the time it's all said and done. So yeah, it's definitely been a... Turn the wrong one down. It's definitely been a whirlwind 6 months or so getting through this whole thing. And it was kind of a surreal feeling when I was like done. When I realized on let's grab the altimeter here, make sure we're not in violation of anything. 7.2 on that. Okay, we got 7.2 in. So when I realized on my way home on Sunday or Saturday, that was it. I was all finished. So here I'm gonna pull some because we have nothing else to do now. I'm gonna pull some pictures up because that's how we roll. Camera roll, and I don't know where those are coming from. All right, dumb airplane pictures because I have a captive audience. Manchester Airport, Manchester, New Hampshire. The whole way flying up there, this is the instrument panel. Super old school. Interesting thing about this panel is the top 3 instruments in the 6-pack are fine. The bottom 3 are in the exact wrong place. That's generally in the middle, that's generally on the left, and that's generally on the right. And all 3 of these are kind of, they are where they are. But the whole way up there, I had basically a bank of clouds that was right in front of me, or that was sort of at my level. And I shot up there at 6,500 initially and was kind of weaving around the clouds as we were going through, which was a hell of a lot of fun. It was really, really, really neat. And then eventually I decided to climb up to 8,500 feet and kind of get over that layer. And then coming into Burlington, you have a range of mountains here and a couple of ski resorts that are hanging out, and they're awesome, dude. Like this was just an absolutely just stunningly beautiful approach, and had the clouds off to my right side, had the mountains and the ski resorts and whatnot off to my left. It's Lake Champlain way out there, and my friends took me out to see Lake Champlain because why the hell not? And then there's my buddy Craig and I in front of the plane. It was really cool landing at a Class C airport. It was cool landing in Burlington. I was definitely I was probably the worst looking plane on the ramp, and they put me like front and center. They put me right in front of the FBO for the afternoon, and there's definitely lots of other better looking planes that are kind of around me. So that was kind of hilarious. And on the way out, I got a great shot of Lake Champlain. I absolutely love this picture. I wish the coloring wasn't quite so washed out, but they shot me out to the northwest and told me to make a right turn on course. So we took off out of the northwest, and my goal was to go to the southeast. So I basically did a 180-degree turn as I was flying out of there, and then overflew the airport about 2,500 to 3,000 feet, and was able to get this picture right here, almost right over top of the airfield. And so that picture from the beach was kind of in this area right over here, looking out the lake. And it was just really, really awesome. And then on the way back, more clouds and whatnot to kind of contend with. I came back at 7,500 feet. So I definitely had to kind of maneuver and veer around them a little bit. But yeah, it was a nice cherry on top of the flight training. It was a nice way to sort of end everything. A nice way to sort of end everything and you know put that all to rest. So that was a lot of fun. It was a great day, and it made me realize, like, it really sort of confirmed why I'm getting my pilot's license, and made me very, very motivated to study and finish this entire thing up. So yeah, that was cool. Bro Muffin, welcome aboard. Did you skip leg day? I always skip leg day. Owen Bradley, good to see you, man. 6'6" and fly 172. I'm 6'5".
17 November traffic. 2 o'clock, 2 miles opposite direction, altitude keys 3,000.
Did I do part 61, 141? Doing part 61. Fred K.A., welcome aboard. Good to see you. Aviation Professional, welcome aboard. Good to see you. You're going to move up to 2-engine aircraft now. No, the next step is going to be IFR. The next step will be the next step is going to be just enjoying it, flying around and building some hours. But then going from IFR rating probably the beginning of next year. We are in the VFlyteAir Cirrus SR20 right now. Neat little plane. I love this paint job too. Pretty cool. I definitely am not flying this in the real world. I'm flying a Piper Cherokee 180. You're very welcome, McShooty Pilot. Thanks, buddy. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. Like it's awesome. So the original plan last week was to potentially meet up with Max over at Glen Falls, New York, and that all kind of fell through because Max had some stuff come up and whatnot. So I'm like, well, I could go to Glen Falls. I'd be totally fine with that. But then I was thinking about things that I could do and places I could visit. And I'm like, I have my friends up in Burlington. They're having a child soon. So chances are pretty good they're not doing anything. And as luck would have it, I sent them an email, or I sent them a message like the night before and said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? You gonna be around? And they're like, nah, we're gonna be around. I said, great, I'm gonna come have lunch with you. That's not exactly how it went down, but yeah, I basically was like, I'm gonna come meet up with you guys. So I did. All right, we're just gonna go full power, full rental power. See how much we can pull out of this damn thing. So we're 161 over the ground is pretty good, like pretty okay. But I think we can do better. I'm not entirely sure we're gonna make the full flight plan tonight. Now that I think about it, it's going to be a very long evening if we try to, but we'll see what happens. Interested in flying a DC-3? That was released to update a week or two ago. Yeah, the DC-3 is interesting to me. I have a backlog of planes right now that I'm going to look at. So I think next week is going to be a currently unseen. I'm not sure there's been any pictures released of it or any definitely no videos. We're gonna hopefully next week preview the new Aerobasque plane, and I'll take a look at that. And then I have an update to the MU2 that I'm going to show off, which also might be next week. Actually, I might do the Aerobasque plane on Monday. But yeah, so I got the Aerobasque plane. I got the MU2 update. Tom Kyler's working on getting me a copy of that, so we can play around with that again. And then we got other planes to go from there. So. The DC-3 is on my list of planes that I'd like to check out, but it's not on what I would call a short list. We still have lots of other airplanes to check out. All right, showing 19 minutes down to San Diego. Well, seriously, we're gonna pop through here. That's all right. All right, let's see here. SoCal approach. Contact SoCal approach below 7,000 on 27.3. Not really too worried about following the rules in clouds and crap. Because you know, these are fake planes. So 27.3. We'll give them a call here in a few. Give them a call pretty much when I'm a beam Palomar. Sargy, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. US Dent 2010, welcome aboard. You're just in time. Tex Deuce, welcome aboard. Does the Chute work? Of course it does. Pilot Meister, happy Friday. Space Andy 229, good to see you, man. One more try before I switch to GDQ. Did you hear about the Boeing field runway redesignations? No, I hadn't heard about that.
Thank you. Left downwind approach departure approved, runway 6, clear for takeoff. Wind
All
3303.
these new people in aviation, absolutely love it. Yeah, dude, a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, there's always new people coming into aviation. All right, let's do. I want Mission Bay in here next, 117.8, because I'm going to be using that. Going to be using that to determine when I'm about to bust my Bravo airspace down in San Diego. So 17 it's Mission Bay, and we're going to put it on the 264 radial. 264. As long as we don't, so we're going to dip down to 1,500 feet. As long as we don't cross that, we'll be a-okay. So 264 right there, and just doing okay. So we're just about to beam the. Got the restricted airspace over here to our left. Make sure we stay out of the way of that. Yeah. This migration is fun. I don't know what that means. Am I allowed in the Discord now? The Discord is open to the public. I mean, you can certainly join the Discord server. You could have joined the Discord server without being a sub, but now your name turns orange. You get access to a special room that nobody uses. Which is pretty sweet. Tigers 1904, good to see you, man. Congrats on your progress for your PPL. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm ecstatic, man. I'm ecstatic. It's really it's been a ton of work this summer, and it's been kind of a long time coming in terms of like the stream and sort of everything else there. So I'm really happy that I'm almost done with it. I've only flown a few times the last few years trying to save money to finish CFI. I can imagine that's not cheap. Has your wife ever mentioned getting her own PPL? Probably not going to happen. I'm going to make her take a pinch hitter course, which is basically like a 6 to 8 hour course with the instructor. Like, here's what you do in case something bad happens, kind of thing. But as far as getting her own PPL, she's never showed any interest. Now, that's not to say that we might start flying around and she won't start showing interest, but at the moment, no, there's not been any interest in it. Should I fly the 172 or the 20 for your PPL tomorrow? I like low-wing airplanes, man. That being said, I don't think I fit a DA-20, so more power to you there if you can. When am I taking the next step in my aviation career and owning a plane? Probably not for a while. I have to own a child first. Until the child thing happens, the plane thing isn't going to happen. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of time before we can even think about airplanes. Will I be getting an IFR rating eventually? Yeah, not right away. Can't afford to do it right away. That's another $10,000 investment. I don't have that kind of cash laying around. Barely had enough cash to do the PPL. Toto Rico, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Sitting in the DA-20 feels like sitting in a suitcase. I like it.
November 177 Tango. November, go ahead.
Dude, Joe's getting killed right now. maybe I should just go direct to Flagstaff on the next flight. 160 over the ground. What would that leg be? God, it's gonna be 2 hours, about 2 hours if we decide to do that. I don't know if I have that in me tonight to do all the way to Flagstaff, but you know what we could do? I could just I could go to I could just teleport myself up to like Las Vegas. So we could San Diego, we could just move ourselves to Las Vegas or even move myself to Phoenix. Actually, you know what we could do? Where's Tucson? Let's see, there's Prescott. Where's Tucson? Mesa. I have no idea where Tucson is. Is it near, like, is Tucson near Phoenix or is it like east of Phoenix? Right, it's 4993. The school is back. Tucson is way south. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, that's a long flight too. If we went to we could fly to Tucson and then do IFR up to Flagstaff. That would get us out of SoCal's airspace and not have to bug Joe too much more.
Yeah,
It's pronounced Tucson. I do believe that is incorrect. I do not claim to be a smart man, but I do not believe it's pronounced Tucson. Trying to get me in trouble. Let's see here. 257 miles of Tucson into the wind. Or to flag. Oh no, that's that. 185 nautical miles from Tucson up to Flagstaff. We could do that. So that's what we'll do. We'll get on the ground. We'll get on the ground in San Diego, and then we'll pop ourselves over to Tucson. We'll do the flight from Tucson up to Flagstaff, and then we'll do the quick jaunt down to Sedona for the fun part. So let me fix Nightbot here. I'm a Hyundai dealer. It's Tucson. All right. I don't know what it means when you say you're a Hyundai dealer, but Tucson. Yeah, I actually have a bunch of friends that are from the Tucson area. Or originally from the Tucson area, I should say. Piper5299, good to see you, man. When Ty flies, PE user rate goes way up. What I've noticed anyway. Yeah, it tends to happen. Usually we'll get a couple of guys that'll come in here. That's alright, though. Okay, so commands, custom. We're going to fix the route. So we're flying to San Diego now. I'm just going to get rid of that. We're going to go KTUS, then to Flagstaff, and then to Sedona. That's going to be our flight tonight. So we get a little bit of SoCal action. Because I kind of wanted to do the mini route anyway. I haven't done it for a while. And then we'll go out and we'll do some Arizona action. Tucson is an SUV, that it is. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, right. You're a Hyundai dealer. Yeah, the Hyundai Tucson. I gotcha now. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense, McShiggity Pilot. When you told me that you're a Hyundai dealer and you know how to say Tucson, I'm like, okay. Congratulations, I guess.
JetBlue 720 sliding 240, maintain 5,000. Join the runway 27 localizer.
All right. Let's go ahead and start dipping ourselves down here. We're going to go for 1,500 feet.
Aircraft landing until Pop is sitting in. Holy crap, this altitude knob takes forever. 1,500. We'll go vertical speed. We'll make our way down about 500. We'll go 700 feet per minute. I have no idea what the red line is on this. I'm assuming the red line is going to show up at some point. We basically want to keep ourselves off the coast here, though. All right. San Diego weather. Few clouds 6,500. Altimeter 207.3. Bring the barrel up just a touch there. That's not the barrel. That's the barrel. And winds are 290 at 7, so landing runway 27. Imagine that. Voice is good, but the video freezes. What? Oh. Yeah, well, Twitch is having problems tonight.
Retard.
Yeah, I see that. I see problems are happening.
You're holding short of 3-5 left, correct? Alright, 3 Tango X, Roger, land on the wrong one there. Cross runway 35 left at Echo and taxi straight ahead to park and have a good day.
Yeah, the video's having issues right now. Is it because of Whole Foods? I don't know. Maybe it is because of Whole Foods.
So 17 on November, contact to Los Angeles Tower 120.905. See it.
I'm doing some speed tests here. We'll see. We'll see if it's my connection or if it's Twitch. Mr. Squirrel, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday, sir. Welcome aboard. Anyone who's in U.S. Central might have lag. All right. We're going to change the ingest server here.
177 November, Los Angeles Tower, make straight in, runway 25 left, go to land. 458 was some departure, radar contact. You're supposed to be climbing via the SID.
See how that does.
Top altitude on that SID is 2,000. You should have stopped at 2,000. Say altitude. All right, Whiskey Alpha tank. Turn right, heading 020. Join Victor 8. Resume departure. Climb maintain 6,000. JetBlue 727, send maintain 3,800, report airfield in sight, 12 o'clock, 14 miles. JetBlue 727, there is approach, runway 27. Alright, Whiskey Alpha 020, join Victor 8, resume the Anaheim departure, climb and maintain 6,000. Be advised, you are in the Bravo airspace in violation of it. If you just turn slightly to the east there, I get you over that emission bay radial, and that shelf, that passageway is 3,200 up to 6,800 is not Bravo, is Class Echo airspace. 3,300 to 6,700.
All right, I don't know if it's coming through or not yet.
Right on the border, it's not that big a deal.
So that's my speed test. That's my speed test to Atlanta, and we got plenty of bits to upload. So whatever's happens tonight is definitely on Twitch's end. But as long as the audio still works, whatever. I guess we'll deal with it for now. It's going back to the green, so I think we should be okay.
172 Sierra, Henderson ground, you're just going to parking here, right? Or 2 Sierra Pop, Roger, taxi parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
All right. By the way, Squirrel, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Crap. I'm going to violate the Bravo.
Reach on.
Nope, I'm still good. All right.
Number 603, I believe that was calling standby. Number 160 Alpha, Van Nuys ground, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Okay, so we got to call up. Approach here in a second. Let me get this volume back up. Captain P3D here for 8 months. Good evening, Cat. Been a few weeks since I've been here. Good to see you, man. Squirrel, thank you for 8 months as well. Bravo, Echo, Romeo. Ah, yes, I see what you did there. Monkey Balls 88 here for 5 months. Thank you very much for your continued support. Got a 3-year-old and another one on the way. Hello, Exhaustion, he says. Congratulations, sir. Cheers. And Miles 2112 here for 8 months as well. 8 months. Oh, how time flies. Thank you very much for your guys' support. Cheers to all my buddies there. AJ, good to see you, buddy.
JetBlue 727, contact Limber Tower 118.3.
Beekeeper, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. All right, let's call SoCal up here. SoCal approach Cirrus 717, Tango Sierra. VFR request.
JetBlue 727 tower, runway 27, cleared to
Okay, we're gonna make our way towards
2807.
Mission Bay over here. We need to stay on this side of this radial, though.
Sir 717 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach squawk 1714, ident, standby.
1714, standby, 7 Tango Sierra.
Sir 6183, radar contact 8 miles northeast of the Ontario Airport. The transition Charlie airspace is approved at or above 3,000. Ontario altimeter 2974.
Okay, and we're inbound for San Diego, Lindbergh with the weather full stop.
Air Flight 903 Vic, St. Louis Tower. What's your request?
Taco 83, good to see you, man. I think we're back in business. We'll see if anybody. We'll see if everybody comes back.
03 Victor, Roger, 29 Cliff takeoff.
Yeah, Twitch definitely had a little bit of a moment there. Any news on Flight Sim Con 18? None yet. Nothing yet.
Air 717 Tango Sierra, Reddick Attack 1 mile north of Mount Soledad. Say altitude and request.
Altitude 1,500. Request advisories down to San Diego full stop.
Or 717 Tango Sierra, roger. Hold over Mount Soledad for traffic.
Okay, holding over Soledad, Mount Soledad, 7 Tango Sierra.
Cirrus 5 Whiskey traffic, 12 o'clock, and
here's my mountain we're holding over.
He's going to be holding over Mount Soledad. Yeah, he cleared in Bravo airspace at or below 3,500.
Max got there first. We're probably a little lower than we should be at this point.
Or 7 Tango November 2, taxi parking via Alpha.
I think we should be a little higher for, you know, ground separation clearance and all that, but whatever. Who cares? Anyone excited for the Quality Wing 787? Whenever that thing comes out, man. Navarine, good to see you, man. I'm glad to have you here. Happy Friday. That was so weird. It gets so weird when that...
Everybody stand by. Sure, 7 Tango Sierra. Traffic 6 o'clock and 1.5 miles southeastbound Cirrus 1,500. Advise when you have in sight.
Okay, we'll look for when we crank around here, 7 Tango Sierra.
Alright, Whiskey Alpha climbing to 9,000.
Okay, we need to get ourselves heading back south. We look for that traffic.
Alright, I had 2 people. I just need your call signs. I couldn't make out anything you said.
I honestly don't think we're going to see him. I'm going to look at the map and see where he's at. Oh, he's right over Mission Bay. He should be right here somewhere.
So that's the 472 Charlie. Actually, because you didn't listen to the instruction, you're going to go second. Stand by. Other aircraft calling second.
This is why I love Joe. He's just like, nope, you're done. I don't actually have the traffic. That's not good. He's right over Mission Bay.
5 Mike Whiskey, counter tower 118.3. 172 Mike Charlie. Palomar clearance. Stand by.
I'm just gonna fake it. SoCal 7 Tango Sierra, traffic in sight.
Exit left to the next taxi to the terminal. Bravo monitor ground. Have a good day. Air 500 Mike Whiskey Limber Tower and right down runway 27 calling in. Sir 717 Tango Sierra, clear through Bravo airspace and at or below 3,500. Contact Limber Tower 118.3.
Go into the Bravo at or below 3,500. Tower 1837 Tango Sierra.
Air 172 Mike, departure frequency 19.6, squawk 2153.
Okay, in hindsight, I should have done that hold a little slower, or done that circle a little slower. We were doing like 175 knots. Definitely would have felt some G's in that case. Okay.
Mike Charlie, no problem. Departure frequency 119.6, 1960, squawk 2153, 2153.
Departure frequency 119.
Okay, there's my traffic.
Squawk 2153.
See him when I zoom in here.
172 Mike Charlie.
Go 75% power.
Van Nuys Tower, November 172 Sierra Alpha, holding short runway 16 right, ready to go.
Plan for the left downwind, runway 27.
Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
On course approved, clear for takeoff, runway 16 right, November 172
Everybody,
Sierra.
yeah, everybody loves a plane holding directly over top of them. That's right. Zero Xbox, good to see you, man. Limburg Tower, Sierra 717 Tango Sierra is inbound full stop.
Sure, 717 Tango Sierra, Limburg Tower, and right now in runway 27, clear to land number 2, traffic is Cirrus on base.
Clear to land number 2, we got the Cirrus in sight, 7 Tango Sierra.
Alright, calling San Luis.
Alright, had him in sight.
This is Cessna 4732 Charlie. Are you ready for
me? We'll catch him here when we're on the downwind.
Yes. Okay, great. Sorry about that.
Alright, let's go take the autopilot off.
473 Charlie. Transient parking, south departure.
Oh, we never did switch the fuel tanks at all.
This is a Cat 4 rating, if you please.
Fuel tanks, my arch nemesis.
Ground for Cat 4, runway 29 taxi via Alpha.
It's alright, little aileron trim will take care of that.
Via Alpha Cessna 3 Charlie. Thank you very much.
Oh dear. Alright, we're looking for traffic on final.
Contact SoCal 135.4.
Get us to 1,000 feet here. Got for our little Cessna Cirrus thing that we're gonna fly by in a second. Which of course I don't see. I have a hell of a time spotting planes in the real world too.
SoCal approach.
Quite difficult, it turns out.
Climb maintain 10,000.
Yeah, I'm already a beam, so I can start in. Ready to send a little high there.
Remember, 8 Whiskey Alpha, disregard that. Once you join
speed
Victor
back.
186, climb maintain 10,000.
I'm not sure what the flap speed is, so we'll just get her all the way back. It tells me, actually it tells me right down there, doesn't it? 150.
R20 Alpha, contact departure.
Contact departure November 170.
He should be on the ground now.
Flight Mike Whiskey going.
Yeah, signature please.
Flight Mike Whiskey taxi to signature via Charlie Hotel, on the ground. Have a good day.
Charlie Hotel on the ground, Papa Christian. Thank you very much. Good day.
There's my base.
Ground, November 172.
That's traffic in front of me already down, so we're good there.
172 Mark Charlie, Belmar ground. Where you parking? Advise you have weather.
Turning towards final.
Southeast ramp.
Okay, final approach checklist. Gear is down. Flaps are down.
R2 Mike Charlie, no problem.
Lights are set.
Taxi via Alpha.
We're on the top of the fuel tank. Runway's in sight. Clearance is received.
Taxi via
We're landing.
Alpha, runway 24.
I don't know what the approach speed is here. We're gonna say 75 knots.
Information Bravo. 172 Mike Charlie.
75 knots sounds about right. There we go. Get ourselves lined up. Looking good. There's my buddy over there taxiing. Whoops. Looking at chat. All right. Excuse me. Got quiet all of a sudden. It's only slightly worrying. Assured, power back.
San Luis Tower, Cessna 4732 Charlie, holding short at Alpha, runway 29er.
What is he listening to?
4732 Charlie, San Luis Tower, running 29er, cliff, takeoff, down, departure proof.
Okay, we'll grab Charlie 4 here.
Clear for
Nope,
takeoff,
we'll grab
runway
Charlie
29er, south departure approved.
Cessna 170 Alpha, SoCal departure, radar contact, say intentions.
Alright, Charlie 5 right there, make a right turn. Ground's 23-9er.
R2CR Alpha, min route and coastal route are two different things. I'm assuming you want the coastal route.
There we go, 23-9er. Flaps in.
R2CR Alpha, route 18 VFR 5500 outside Bravo airspace until advised.
Number Tower, Cirrus 717 Tango Cirrus, clear Charlie 5 for signature.
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra taxi signature via Charlie Hotel, monitor ground, 123.9er, have a good night.
Signature Charlie Hotel, 7 Tango Sierra, great night, Joe. Alright, 23-9er. We'll say goodnight to Joe there. We'll head over to Tucson and we'll find out who's up over on Western US. And we'll get the next flight ready.
134.9er.
We're not pulling the chute just yet. Got the power a little early. Yeah, touch. It happens.
McLaren Palomar Tower, November 172, Mike Charlie, holding short runway 24, ready for departure.
Good little plane. I like this. We'll see how it does on an IFR plan for the next one. I'm kind of curious, like how this thing is going to behave on us. Got a lot of chooch on the Dagsy here, though. Holy crap. 32 Celsius. Good lord.
172 Mike Charlie Palomar Tower.
Hot in San Diego.
What's your direction departure here?
Thank you, Random Supporter. All right. Let's just disconnect from PilotEdge. Not gonna do the full taxi here. I'll watch the replay because I can. Oops. All right. There's tower view. Probably a little bit long on the final here, but I wasn't really sure where Max was, so I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time for him to get on the ground before I tried coming in. All right. I think we did okay. A little bit of a bump there, not too bad. I didn't rub the back of the pants there, so that's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. You'll take it too, because you have no choice. That's how this goes. It's not a democracy. Would you recommend the 22 or the 20? VFlyteAir is the one I would recommend. Which is, they only make a 20. Alright. That was fun. That was a good flight. Let's do this. Change location. I don't actually know if I have any Tucson scenery. We're gonna find out. It says 3D, okay. Huh? New ramps. Oh yeah, new ramp start. There we go. That's what I like to hear. New ramp start means it's gonna be some quality scenery once we get out there. Tucson. Report diagram. Wherefore art thou FBO? Gonna say that's the FBO right there. New ramp starts 6. Yeah, that sounds about right. There was an emergency alert for the heat advisory. No kidding. That's crazy, man. It's not even, like, that's not that hot, but I guess it's pretty hot for San Diego, so there's that. All right. San Diego hot. Tell me about it. I'm up in Pasadena. It feels like a scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nice. Mock Crit, good to see you, man. I mean, the emergency alert would make sense. It depends on what you're used to. You know? Like, even like 2CF. That's 90 degrees. I mean, that's pretty hot for San Diego, for an area that basically sees 75 degrees year round. Excuse me. All right, what are we working with here at Tucson? All right, looks like we're Lego brick here, so that's good. Yeah, there's a terminal, hangars. All right, we got Lego brick scenery going. It could be worse. I have no idea what these buildings are over here. The tower is... I think the tower's in the wrong place. KTUC. Airport diagram. Where's the FBO? Bombardier Aviation Services on the south ramp. So the FBO is over here. I don't think there's a ramp over there. At least in the sim here. Let's go change locations, customize. No. Is that the only one? Yes. So what we will do is push the Alt-M. It's Alt-M. Let's pick up our plane. Drag it right over there. I'd like to not be around the hangars. Right about there should be good. Perfect. All right, that's our parking spot. Totally happy with that. I see no issues whatsoever. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll take a little break here. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. You guys know the drill. There's an Atlantic Aviation in Tucson. Oh, holy crap! Yeah, okay, never mind. There's like 5 FBOs on this field. Well, let's go to Atlantic. Yes. Okay. Well, Atlantic's not in either. Atlantic is... There's a whole ramp that doesn't exist. But we'll move ourselves. General aviation parking is like right there, so we'll just do that. Let's put ourselves over there. Right. Oh yeah. Hey, look, there's all the GA planes too. Imagine that. You can generally aviate where the other general aviators are. Boom. I even nailed that center line too. Look at that. Eat your heart out. Well, that's close. We're on the yellow. That's all that matters. All right, so we'll park there. All right, guys. I'm going to take a little break. Step away. Stretch and all that good stuff. If you guys are taking off, thank you very much for joining me. If you're sticking around, we'll be here. We'll do an IFR flight for the next one. And then we'll have a little bonus flight there at the end. Ice 8383. Good to see you, buddy. And yeah, we'll see you here in just a couple minutes, though. Right back. right. I think we're okay. I think I figured this flight plan out. We'll see what happens. It's interesting it's going to have us flying directly over Phoenix Airport. That's going to be kind of cool. Oh, I see why you don't do... Oh. There's an altitude restriction that I can't meet on that airway, and that's why that wasn't there. Alright, so we'll just go PXR direct. File that. PXR direct. That's what everybody's doing anyway. So PXR direct. Make sure that went through. We got a couple guys out of here. Where's he going? He's going to Prescott. And a Cessna 182. He's got a long flight too. Ben's out of here. He's going to Las Vegas. All right. And we got our route in there. Okay, fantastic. Everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. Those of you that did. The little Twitch outage there kind of took the wind out of the sails in the viewer count, but whatever. Yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around. So we're gonna do the next flight here. We're gonna go Tucson up to Flagstaff. I'm gonna make it daytime because I don't really want to fly at night today. I just don't feel like it. Whoop, nope. Let's try that again. Push that forward a few hours. There we go. Make it nice and bright outside. All right, so we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly IFR up to Flagstaff. That's gonna be the next flight there. So yeah, let's get this thing. Let's get this thing up and running. We'll do weight and balance. Make sure the tanks are full. The right tank's not quite as full as the left tank because you know stuff. Nobody in the left, nobody in the back. Great, fantastic. Close that. We'll get the plane going here. So the parking brake's engaged. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Nav light can come on. Everything else will stay off for the time being. Go ahead and prime that there for a second. 1, 2, 3. And mixture full. 25%. We're just going to turn the engine right up. We're just going to bring the engine on straight away. Now, I know that the oil temp is going to end up being high. That seems to be an X-plane-ism. I was told that by a couple of people that that's the case, so not worried about that. And everything else in the green, good to go there. Great. 900 RPM is what we're looking for. Okay, so we're going to call up... We're going to call up Tucson clearance. Dude, there's like 5 FBOs here. It's crazy. So I was looking for where to go. And it's like, okay, so there's the Bombardier Aviation Services in the southwest corner. So I'm like, okay, that's where I got to go, right? And then somebody's like, no, Atlantic is there. So then I scroll up and it's like, holy crap, there's Velocity Air, there's Millionaire, there's Tucson Jet Center, there's Premier Aviation, and there's Atlantic Aviation. And we're not even parked, like we're parked basically at Transient right now. A lot of FBOs there, that's kind of surprising. Thoughts on X Enviro? Wait till the next major patch, see how it is. I wouldn't buy into it right now. Would not buy into it yet. Whew. All right, let's get this sucker going so we can get up in the air. Okay, so clearance delivery, that's what I was looking for. 2665. Should be a little bit quieter out here than it was in SoCal. That's kind of why I decided to skip that portion of the flight there and just come out here. So I like Joe. He's a good dude, but man, he was busy. M. DePool, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. I was found a few bugs in the Mac version, debugging it with the developers. Cool. Anybody else I missed? I think we got them all so far. All right. So we're gonna call Tucson. We are Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra. We're gonna be IFR to Flagstaff. So, remember 717 Tango Sierra. Sam Swar here for 7 months. I thought you were just at 6 months, man. Hey, Cat Strider, good to see you back up in the air. Sam Swar, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friends. I appreciate it. A good friend of mine owns a marine salvage business. They just left today, heading to Texas for Harvey cleanup. Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Like, that whole Harvey situation's nuts.
We're 7 Charlie. IFR cancellation is received. And you can maintain your present beacon code for flight.
Unfathomable how much weather they had to deal with down there. Like, it's just crazy.
Switch.
Alright, so this is going to be TUS, FLG, C,
or 7 Charlie Bravo, Seattle Center.
FT. Who else? Ben. Somebody going to LAX. Got a bunch of guys flying out of Tucson tonight. Tucson clearance, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra IFR to Flagstaff.
Maintain your present beacon code for flying connect, Seattle approach 120.4.
That's how it always goes. I have to ask, what's the origin of the name Catstrader? It's actually not an interesting story.
Affirmative.
It really is. It's a bunch of friends and I were sitting around, we were coming up with cat names. I ended up with the name Catstrader. And that's literally all there is to it. It was back in 2002 or so. About 15 years ago that I've had this, 15 years that I've had this name. But yeah, no, not really a good story at all. I wish it was a great story. I wish it was some big grandiose thing, but it's not. Tucson clearance, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra IFR Flagstaff.
Or 717 Tango Sierra, Tucson clearance, standby.
Boo boo ba doo ba doo ba doo 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 doo. I know we won't be using the checklist. We used the checklist on the first flight. We don't need one now. I love cats, actually. Absolutely love cats. Another one about to hit Florida. There was one tracking a possible hurricane in the Gulf. Yeah. The possible tropical depression down in the Gulf. They don't really know what that's going to do. The one that's going to hit Florida, they're actually talking about it up here too, because some of the models have it also hitting up in New England as well. So we'll see what happens. Used to have a cat. I do still have a cat. My cat's name is Tigger. She is very fat. Art Tatar, it's good to see you, Rod. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Friday. We're flying your Cirrus today. Although I think, Rod, I think you got a 22, right? Chute's only thing you need in your checklist. That's right. They must be doing a handoff or something because everybody's getting standby. It's a good looking plane though. I like that livery. I really like that livery. They actually got that. They actually textured it. It looks like too.
27 Charlie Bravo.
To have the to kind of have the appearance of the that Cirrus have, because they kind of have that. I don't know. They kind of have that like rough look to them. Because of the way they're painted. Oh, Bravo violation. Where's he at? Seattle. I think he's no.
We're 7 Charlie Bravo, Seattle.
Oh, it is? Okay. 7 Charlie Bravo, man. You screwed up. Fess up to it. Too cold up here in Mass to support a large hurricane. I know, man, but it doesn't take much.
7 Charlie Bravo, stand tensions now. Do you want to...
Like, it doesn't... It's obviously... It's not going to be a hurricane that we'd see up here, but, you know, even a big storm can cause a lot of problems. Flooding and kind of all that. 22T. Nice, dude. That sounds like... That sounds expensive, Rod. Is this one of the default liveries? Yes. How is Tigger? Tigger's losing weight. She's very upset mostly very upset with me. I'm not a two-blind driver.
Oh,
you're talking to Kyokin.
Approach the Auburn Airport.
Kyokin is our resident flight attendant.
Do you have it inside?
Kyokin is awesome to have because he takes pictures. Like he has stories about traveling all over the place. It's like he's in LAX one day and then he's down in like Punta Cana the next day.
Number 7 Charlie Bravo, Roger. If you
at Las Vegas right now, heading down to San Bernardino to pick her up.
They'll get you towards the Auburn Airport.
Nice. Oh, to pick the plane up, right? Yeah, I got you now. If you have to ask, you can't afford it, right? I know.
Tucson ground, good evening, Southwest 16.
No. I know what those planes are worth. I know what those planes cost. Not even gonna bother.
Tucson ground, standby.
There's a lot of standing bys happening there.
7 Charlie Bravo, advise when you have the Auburn Airport in sight.
Several years back when it came through here, Ohio, trees down everywhere, power lines out for a week. Yeah, I mean we had Sandy that came real close, but we've had a couple of tropical storms that have hit up here in the last like 5 or 6 years since I moved to the area. And they've all caused problems. Like they've all just,
it's just like anytime you bring a storm like that up through, you get flooding, you get winds, you get all sorts of craziness.
Run a 11 left, taxi via Alpha.
Took a few photos for Zebo, the flight deck of the 737 yesterday. Some of the stuff was off. Nice.
7 Tango Sierra, are you ready to taxi at this time?
7 Tango Sierra is looking for his clearance to Flagstaff.
Okay, are you ready to taxi though, or do you want to pick up your clearance for free taxi?
I mean, I can do either.
Or 7 Tango Sierra, kind of ground.
Okay, grab ground, 7 Tango Sierra. That's not how this works.
Number 723 Bravo Alpha, Phoenix approach. Roger. Phoenix altimeter 2971.
Okie dokie. 1509, gust 16.
The airport is 11 o'clock.
We'll probably get runway 11, it looks like. 10 miles about to clear skies, 39 Celsius, altimeter 2987. 2987.
Number 7 Charlie Bravo leaving the Bravo airspace.
Tucson ground, Sierra 717 Tango Sierra's general aviation parking with the weather. Go altitude so we can find us. Haven't gotten a beacon code, haven't gotten a clearance.
And number 7 Charlie Bravo, no worries. The airport is still
there goes Ben.
12 to 12:30 and 9 miles. Do you have it in sight?
Hello, Mr. Farney.
8 to 9 miles.
I'm waving if you can see it. He's probably not even in chat, but
International Airport, it's here at 12 o'clock and 1.
He's got this. He's definitely got the proper Southwest taxi going on. Like, we're getting out of here, man. Let's go.
And we're 7 Charlie Bravo. You're getting a little bit low there. Maintain VFR.
24-4, right? Yeah, I'm on 24-4.
Seattle Tacoma International Airport in sight. Then the Auburn Airport is halfway between you and the International Airport this
Tucson
time.
Tower, 18-3. Boy, this guy's. I think this other pilot up there is struggling. The guy in the Viper jet.
717 at Tango Sierra, Tucson ground. Runway 11 left. Follow the Southwest 737 holding short.
Okay, 11 left behind the Southwest 7 Tango Sierra.
1 Tango Sierra, I'll have your clearance in about 1 to 2 minutes.
7 Tango Sierra.
Tucson Tower, good evening. Southwest 1682 is ready to go.
Southwest 1682, Tucson Tower, runway 11 left, clear for takeoff.
11 left, clear to go, Southwest 1682.
Viper Jet 7 Charlie Bravo, you need to communicate with me, sir. Do you have the airport in sights off to your 1 o'clock now at 6 miles? Or 7 Charlie Bravo, roger, and no further traffic observed between you and the Auburn Airport. Radar service terminated.
Wasting no time getting off the ground.
Level. Frequency change is approved.
We'll do the round up real quick. Brakes are set. I don't know what that is. Why that's making noise.
And Sierra 7 Tango Sierra, have that clearance ready. Advise for any comment.
We're ready to copy. 7 Tango Sierra.
We're 7 Tango Sierra cleared to the Flagstaff Airport. Tucson 8 departure, 11 spawn. Maintain 8,000. And squawk 2370.
Go to Flagstaff, Tucson 8 as filed, 8,000 on departure, squawk 2370, 7 Tango Sierra.
Sierra 7 Tango Sierra, back direct, contact tower.
Okay, we'll tower in a second, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay. So let's get a face full of perspective here. We'll go flight plan.
So the 1682, contact departure, ciao.
Departure 1682,
jump over to the tower while we're sitting here. Okay, okay, so we need to go KTUC. Airport, enter. And then after that's going to be Tucson, TUS. Oh, the shoe over there. TUS. That's a VOR. We're going to not put the full, we're not going to put everything in here.
1682 Tucson departure, radar contact, climb and maintain
Almon.
17,000.
ALMON. It's a fix. Enter. Enter. From there, we're going to go to TFD. TFD.
Breaking 112.
VOR.
Clearance, clearance, available advisory.
Answer. Okay, we're going to start with that for now, and then we'll punch the rest in once we're in the air. So we'll brief the departure real quick. Departure says we're going to make a from this runway. We're going to basically fly direct to Tucson, and then we'll
American 112 Tucson clearance.
We'll bang ourselves. Maybe we'll bang a right turn out of here. It looks like, or we'll bang a left turn out of here.
For departure, Gilligan transition.
Hell, I don't know.
Climb via the SIN, squawk 2552.
Los Angeles via Bureau 4, Gilligan transition, climb via SID. Squawk 2552.
And then via assigned. So I guess.
Shit,
I don't know. Probably we'll make a right turn to get out of here. It looks like, and then we'll finish putting the rest of the stuff in. Okay, so let's go 1700 RPMs. And we know that oil heat's going to be high, but I can't do anything about that. Big drop on the RPMs. 1620. Back up. Aussie Benny H here for 7 months. Happy 7th anniversary. Where are we off to? Tucson up to Flagstaff. If you want to bounce out of Phoenix, you'll be able to catch up to me, no problem. Or you can even bounce out of Tucson if you want to as well. But yeah, Tucson to Flagstaff is the current flight that we're working on. Bring that back. All right, lights. Heat. Good. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Oh yeah, flaps. Do flight controls. Great. Trim is set. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, what's the departure frequency? That's the next thing I care about too. 25.1. Tucson Tower, Cirrus 717, Tango Sierra, holding short, 11 left.
We're 717 Tango Sierra, Tucson Tower, runway 11 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 11 left, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, clear to left, clear to the right, windsock straight down the runway, 11 left. Let's get out of here. Lights! Oh, we're not 2370. 2370. Altitude, good. Okay, lights, camera, action. We got flaps set. We got the mixture full. Power's good. Fuel is on the left tank. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, on departure, we're going to intercept the Tucson. We're going to fly directly to Tucson, and then we're going to make a right turn to head back to the Stanfield VOR. Or to fly our route, I should say. There we go. We'll just put the GPS there. Plane takes a lot of right rudder. Holy crap. Airspeed's good. Instruments in the green. Except for the oil temperature, which we know is borked.
Clearance to Shelter Cove.
Its nose are down here.
Number 2452 Zulu. Monterey clearance, clear to the Shelter Cove Airport. Monterey for departure. Red vectors Sage, then as filed.
Completely off that runway there.
And expect 6,000. Actually,
for whatever reason, my flap button doesn't work
maintain 6,000.
in that spot right there.
Departure frequency 127.15, squawk 4117.
Okay, so let's go IAS.
Clear to the Shelter Cove Airport, Monterey 4, radar vector Sage, climb via the SID. We're going to go up to 6,000.
IAS.
127.15 and 4117 on the squawk for Cirrus 2452 Zulu.
Cirrus 52 Zulu, read back correct.
And
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra, connect departure as well.
Departure 7 Tango Sierra. Okay. Oh, crap. I didn't get the altitude punched in.
Dallas 1682.
Alright, so let's do this. Let's punch you in.
134.32.
Let's go heading mode.
32 for center, 1682.
Crap,
See ya.
crap. Aviate, navigate, communicate. That's what we care about. Let's go back into IIS mode now. Bring that back down to about 100. Keep that right turn going. Okay, we're good now.
Dallas 1682. Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain, flight level 320.
Okay, and altitude for 8,000. Altitude knob is so slow. This thing takes forever to crank up here. Holy crap. 8.
352, Quebec, November, Salt Lake City Center, standby.
Departure Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra, 3,900 climbing 8,000.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Tucson departure, radar contact.
Okay. It's back in our face now. TFD. Okay, so after Almon, after TFD, I should say, comes PXR. PXR. That's a VOR. Enter. Enter. And then after that is going to be Flagstaff. KFLG. KF. Nope. KFLG. Enter on that. Okay. That's our flight plan in. Great. Get ourselves a nice intercept course back there. Let's put ourselves in nav mode. Whew, okay, autopilot, flight damper, yaw damper, IIS mode. Alt is selected for 8,000. Coming up now on our course. Climbing at 100, going for 8,000. Okay. Lights are good. We're going to leave them all on for now. We'll leave ourselves in the left tank here till we get up to cruise, and then we'll even around a little bit, and we're good to go. Totally wasn't prepared for that departure. But whatever. Up, 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 and away. Steel Minotaur 91, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I'm definitely glad to see Tucson in here. I'm glad to see more airports. I will say it means that I need to add more. I need to add more ortho scenery at some point, or I need to add more like zoom level 17 stuff. I need to basically go through and rebuild my entire ortho scenery. Like everything needs to be redone. We're in a Cirrus. We need to turn that air up. Air conditioning on. Let's go. And let's zoom that out. There we go. Good enough. About the best we got there. All right, how you guys doing?
November 352, Quebec, November.
I am.
Center, course available.
That actually ended up being a lot more work than I was anticipating. I think it's because I wasn't like super like properly prepared for it. But it happens. It's cool.
November 2,
Couple 737s out there in front of us. We're gonna get a nice view of Phoenix once we get up in the air, though. That's for sure.
Maintain 16,000. Expect flight level 300. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.35.
We should be leaning this thing, get more power out of it, can't we? Yeah, we can. Look at that. As I'm leaning, I'm getting power. I don't know if this is the proper way to fly this plane. That's what we're gonna do. There's a peak EGT about right there. We'll just let her fly a peak for now. Uh-oh. Wait, no, I lost power.
Challenger 2, Quebec, November.
There, peak power. Peak power right there.
Ready for departure on this frequency.
Alright, 2,000 feet to go. Looking good. Just my personal opinion, I think the Shure mic was a better setup. The big mic pop is distracting. Why hide the face? Yeah, I'm still working on it, man. The thing is I can do a lot more with this in the long run. What I have to do is I need to move the mic, or I need to move the webcam at some point. And that's going to be the next step. I need to get the webcam so that it's probably more in front of me than off to the side here. And yeah, I mean, the Shure mic was good in a lot of ways, but
ultimately, I think that this sounds better. I can do more with it, and we're kind of like every week I'm kind of figuring more stuff out. And honestly, it's just like the Shure mic, not having that is just one less thing on my head, because that thing clamped pretty good and definitely gave me a bit of a headache and whatnot by the end of a stream. Guys have an iPhone 6 and above. They all have digital barometers on them. It's an iPhone app where you can see the pressure is in a plane. Pretty neat. Tested at flight deck yesterday. It was pretty damn cool. Yeah, I've got a 5S, or sorry, not a 5S. I have a I have, what is that? I have a iPhone SE, so it's like an iPhone 5 with the iPhone 6S internals, but I don't believe that it has the, I don't think it has the baro sensor. Lean to 50 degrees lean of peak EGTs. I don't want to go lean, man. I want more power. I got a rental I'm flying here, Rod. But yeah, I mean, once we get up to altitude, I'll lean it out properly. Start with that. Fuel flow in the 20 should be about 10 gallons per hour. All right. A little high on the fuel flow right now. We'll take care of that here once we get up to cruise. Yeah, I know Max's I know we always see about 15 or so when we're up at cruise. Well, by we I mean he. I obviously have nothing to contribute to that. I'm interested in seeing what we have for time by the time I finally like level off and go. Could be a bit of a longer flight. We're doing okay though. True airspeed's 116, ground speed's 131, so we got a bit of a tailwind right now at least. Friggin' 20 knots already. I like that. Does anyone know how to force X-Plane 11 on a particular screen? There's a graphics option for it, if I recall. I think right here, main monitor, monitor 1. Like these are what you want to set. I think. There's a shortcut for entering waypoints. Just use the waypoint type buttons and then type the waypoint name. Oh. Good to know. Yeah, I figured there was probably something easier. Alright, let's go to the right tank. And let's bring the engine monitor up here. Okay, keeping an eye on the EGTs. Let's see where we end up peaking here. There's peak. So we'll bring it down to about 1370 across the board. About right there. Rod, you know your airplanes because that's about 30 degree or 50 degrees lean of peak right there and about 10 gallons per hour. So you know your airplanes, and apparently they've done a pretty good job of modeling this thing too. Not bad. Not bad at all. True airspeed 145, ground speed 161. We're doing pretty good now. So about an hour and 11 minutes to get up to Flagstaff. I can deal with that. We got to figure out what to talk about for the next hour and a half, or hour and 10 minutes, but that's all right. I'll take it. Not bad. It's gonna be a pretty little flight though. It's gonna be neat once we get over Phoenix too. If I'm pulling less than 65%, I run peak EGT. Well, we're at 68% power right now, so I think we're okay. I'm just gonna leave the throttle full out. $50 rich at peak is about the worst place to run the engine. Fair enough. I don't have an EGT gauge in my Cherokee, or my club's Cherokee. So yeah, we're stuck with the whole pull it back until it runs a little bit rough, and then push it forward a touch. But yeah, so I'm going up. If you guys weren't here earlier, I'm gonna go up for another hour and a half tomorrow. Do some touch and goes, do some more practice. I need to work on short field and basically something that's akin to some more like precision types of flying, because what I'm doing right now is very, very far from anything precise. Did I have the iPad up the whole time? Crap, I did, didn't I? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, WBS said something now. Put this flight in the books right there. Stick a fork in him, he's done. But yeah, I have a tendency to come in high and fast on pretty much every single one of my approaches. So you saw all my porn. Oh man, that's too bad. Sorry about that, guys. So I want to get up there and try to do some, bang out like 8 or 10 approaches and just see if I can correct that. Basically, just bring myself down to like right above the runway, maybe even touch down. But I'm more interested in airspeed and in my angle and sort of the overall approach than I am the actual touchdown of the flare. Because I think that's probably the biggest, like, as far as my flying goes, I think that's probably the biggest thing I'm going to have to work on for my check ride stuff. And then Monday I have a flight with my instructor. We're doing some check ride prep, and hopefully all that goes well. I'm also going to take some time tomorrow to go through all the paperwork in the plane and make sure that everything is, basically make sure all my ducks in a row, make sure all the paperwork's in place. The plane actually is legal to fly, which it is, but I want to make sure I can at least point to, like, all right, there's there's the maintenance logs, all that stuff in case they ask. What kind of radius around an airfield do you ramp up ortho for XP for your tiles? So I haven't used the radius stuff at all. I did all of SoCal and Zoom level 17. I did the initial run of, for the initial run of the PilotEdge expansion area, I did the tiles around those airports in 17. So not a radius, but just like there's 3 or 4 tiles around Denver, for example, that's in 17. And I did the rest in 15. But when I go through and actually rebuild it, I'll do that whole radius thing where you can be like, all right, within a certain number of miles of the airport, use 18. Everywhere else, use 16, or whatever I decide on doing. Like, this is all 15 that we're flying over right now, and from 8,000 feet, it looks fine. It looks a little grainy and whatnot. You can definitely tell it's a lower resolution, but it looks fine. And in fact, I don't think we're going to see much better when we're out here anyway. "40% of U.S. pilots will retire by 2025. Yeah, there's definitely the whole pilot shortage thing. I think it's going to finally come to fruition. I hope it's not too little too late in terms of actually getting people interested in aviation again, because it's so freaking expensive right now, and there's so little payoff for the guys that are doing it. D Corb with the tier 3 sub. Mr. Corb, thank you very much for your continued support here for 8 months. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. Hope you're doing well, buddy. D Corb is an active member of the Cat Strader Discord channel, along with fine folks like Kyokin and myself.
Southwest 1682, connect out Recce Center 135.
WBS in there. All the cool kids are in there. It's good stuff. So, yeah. So I got some flying coming up this weekend, and besides that, we're one of my wife's friends turns 40, so we're going up to Portsmouth, New Hampshire tomorrow for his birthday party.
American 112, connect departure.
So I'm gonna go flying tomorrow morning. We're gonna go to Portsmouth tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night through Sunday. We're gonna get up Sunday, come back for a barbecue at my brother-in-law's place Sunday night, and then Monday morning I'm going flying, and then Monday afternoon I'm gonna come back here and stream. So it's gonna be a hell of a weekend, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm kind of excited, kind of looking forward to it a bit. Regionals are already starting to park planes, so there's not enough qualified pilots. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. Like, a part of you wants to feel bad and be like, oh no, like, poor companies, like, why isn't there enough pilots? But honestly, in the case of these regional airlines and these, really like all these airlines, dude, they freaking reap what they sow. Like, they've been paying absolute garbage for in terms of wages for years now. And it's no wonder that nobody wants to come, like, it's no wonder that no pilot or that very few people want to go through the hassle of spending the same amount of money that, you know, a doctor or a lawyer does, only to make like $25,000, $30,000 the first year.
American 112,
like, there's nobody should be shocked that this is happening. And I hope that you know, I hope they change the requirements. I hope that you know, the overall cost of training, like, I hope that something happens to try to make this better, but I don't think it's going to. And even if it does, it's too little too late. Like, it still takes you, you know, it's still going to take you like 4 to 5 years of constant flying to be able to get to a point to where you can actually go and, you know, get your ATP and go and fly for one of these companies. And by that point, that 2023 date that you're talking about is coming up pretty damn quick.
November 717 Tango Sierra, connect the Albuquerque Center 125.4.
25.4, 7 Tango Sierra. 25.4. Right there. I've heard that too, Poker, though. I've heard the same information from people who are actually pilots. So that's like that. None of that is surprising. Albuquerque Center, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra 8000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Albuquerque Center, roger.
Okay, no altimeter, that's fine. I am Marcus, here for 6 months. I am Marcus. Thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. I appreciate it, man. A few friends either gave up on flying or shifted to corporate. You couldn't justify it anymore. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not. I'm in the position where it's like I'm not going to give up a very lucrative career to go and take a chance with the airlines, because the other thing that happens is you get in, and like just like that, you could lose your medical. Like, something could happen, and completely unforeseen, and you could lose your medical. So there's so many things that are working against you as a professional pilot. Like, I don't know why anybody would do it. I really have no idea why anybody would go through that and make a career out of that, because yeah, it's just it's insane. Beauty of the airplanes is the engine monitors, each individual cylinder temp, exhaust gas temp, both turbine and inlet temps are displayed in the NFD. Precise temps, manifold pressure, fuel flows allow for the best economy or best power flights if you know what the appropriate settings are. That's pretty cool. Matt Moore 37 here for 7 months. Thanks for the great streams, the great work. Matt Moore, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. Appreciate it, man. It's a good beer. I'm going to be sad when it's gone. Most first years are $60,000 now with bonuses, which is better. But I mean, $60,000 is still, like, if you're leaving college, or if you're going into the workforce with $150,000 in debt, like $60,000 is hardly going to cover the bills. It's hardly going to cover the bills for that stuff, you know. Like, 150 grand is going to be like $1,500 a month in student loan payments for a 15-year term. Which is insane.
American 112, connect Albuquerque.
So yeah, it's getting better, but it's still got, I think it's still got a ways to go. Much of why we closed down was because DL decided were too expensive, too much seniority. There were still a good amount of people from the company was founded in '77. Yeah, that seniority is not going to last. You know when the X-Plane G1000 is coming out, it says Gaming Reborn. I do not. I think it's coming after 11. I think it's supposed. I don't know. I think it's coming after 11.1, but I actually have no idea when it's going to drop. Talon with Wings, happy Friday. Good to see you, man. Imagine how we'll all feel when we have VR headsets playing X-Plane in VR. Yes, that'd be great. I heard that Flight Factor A320 has released its closed beta. You said you would have access to it. Have you been able to fly it yet? I do not have access to the beta right now. So the beta, they've done a limited beta, like a limited, essentially invite-only beta, and I was not invited. So I think what Flight Factor's looking for are more the YouTube and written reviewers right now. I don't think they're probably not comfortable with showing that thing live on Twitch, which is why none of the streamers have been given a copy of it. But I do not currently have a copy of it. But I put the name of the beer in chat.
November 24520,
it's a Heffel. I'll have to go track it down later and send it to you, McSheely Pilot. I got it from a brewery in actually, you know, let's screw it. Let me find this place. I got it from a brewery in Vermont, I can tell you. Actually, you know what? I can check my credit card statement. That's how we can find this place. pull the credit card statement up. And
November 303, Charlie Tango, Phoenix clearance, clear Sonic West, standby.
See what I bought.
723, Bravo Alpha, expect ILS running 21 left approach. Roger.
Was it that? No, it wasn't that. Snato Mobile, doing a great job. Like you're integrating your real life flight training. Interesting. Sims are important and fun. Sims are great, man. And we got some. I got some stuff I'm cooking up down the road that'll make you guys really excited about that. But Snato, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. You guys are too kind. That's the first donation. You got to be kidding me. Sim's gonna crash, by the way. Yeah. I wonder if it has to. I wonder if it's that Sedona scenery. I think there's something wrong. What is going on? There's something in that area it's not far off of, well, no, it's actually a long ways from where I crashed last time. The application has crashed. It was loading a DSF and it just done. I don't even know if that's why it crashed, but that's it. Like so my crash last week happened. Let's see here. First of all, Queen City. So it was Queen City was the Hefeweizen that I got, by the way. Queen City. From Burlington, Vermont. Okay, so the crash last week. The crash last week was way up north. Like this crashed. This crashed basically here. Like I've flown in and out of Phoenix many times and have no issues. The crash last week happened like right around in this area. I wonder if it's something going on with that Sedona scenery. I really do, because that's the only thing that's changed in that area, and that's now 2 crashes we've had as we're approaching kind of that Sedona area. So I'm gonna uninstall the Sedona scenery. Well, that's a bummer. Custom scenery, KSAN, Sedona, UHD. Let's pull you out of there. I think that's all that was there. Yeah, the rest of it was Half Moon Bay. Well, that's a bummer. But we'll go do some more flying still. Disabled scenery. Boom. It happens, man. It's all part of running the sim. Yeah, blame Snatzo Mobile indeed. Flyboy, good to see you, man. The frame rate got a lot better. That did. I had the payware scenery that came out just like last week for Sedona, and so we're gonna pull that and just see if the crash happens again. But in the meantime, I still want to go down to Flagstaff, and I still want to fly to Sedona. So let's do this. I'm gonna load up at Grand Canyon and give it a go. So literally drinking beer and watching AP and sim crashed again. Send that report in. You know anything about the tail command? You watch the log file in real time. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to watch the log in real time. I could see what happened there at the end. Like something got all buggered up. I don't know if it was a DSF loading in or what, but I mean, I've done a lot of flying around Phoenix and nothing has changed except for that Sedona scenery. So that's the culprit that we're currently aiming at. All right, so let's load up X-Plane 11. We'll go up to Canyon, and we'll basically just bang a quick flight down to Flagstaff from Canyon, and then we'll go down to Sedona. Well, I mean, we may as well. I still want to go to Sedona, whatever. Even if I can't, even if the scenery's not there, we're still going to go to Sedona. New flight. And KGC. Maybe I don't even want to do Canyon. Where else? I could go to Prescott. Like I could load up at Prescott and fly up to Flagstaff. Like we could do that. Then that would hit all the new airports. So KPRC. I have no idea if I have anything here. Transient parking, helipad, North GA hangars. There's actually nothing down there. Like terminals over there. Embry-Riddle. We'll go to the Riddle ramp. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I'm kind of bummed it keeps crashing like that. Like that sucks. I was just feeling like we're in the groove too, man. It was good. It's all right though. We'll go to Prescott. Excuse me. It happens. I'm not ready to call it just yet. I mean, we've been live for 2.5 hours. Be a short one tonight. It's been crashing a ton for me the last 2 weeks too. Yeah, I mean that's two streams now where we've had crashes kind of around the same area, and the last one, like last week, was in a relatively stable plane. I've had no issues with that eclipse, and this one is in. I mean, this one, I think this plane's had some issues, but that didn't crash because of the plane. That crashed because of something within the sim. Updated my graphics drivers. Oh, that might be a thing to try. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of simming at all. Like I play a lot of video games, but I haven't done a lot of work in the sim here. All right, so we're at the Riddle ramp. Wait for it to load in the weather there. Okay. PilotEdge Connect. So let's do a quick flight plan from Prescott up to Flagstaff. So I'll pull the FliFlight of Doom up again here. I'm trying to remember to turn it off this time too. KPRC, KFLG, and the FliFlight route advisor comes up. Piston at 10,500. Okay. PRC1 DRK Oats. We can do that. 10,500 seems awfully high. I'm going to file 10,000. 10,000 should be all right. Or no, I'll file 11,000. Holy crap, dude. What's the altitude in this airport? Jesus, man, the airport's 55,000 feet already, so we'll file for 11,000 to get over there. That should be all right. All right, so there's that. Let's do PilotEdge, file flight plan. So we're going to be IFR, November 717 Tango Sierra, SR20 slant Golf. What would be? We were pulling about 145 true, I think is what the number was. KPRC to KFLG. We're going to be flying 11,000 feet. And the route of flight is going to be DRK, Oats, Direct. What is that VOR? Drake. So Drake, Oats, Direct. Okay. File that. And somebody spawned right on top of me. I can fix that. Grab my little airplane here. Right there we go. Get away from that guy. Okay, so we're on PilotEdge. Actually, I might have spawned it on top of him. Who knows? Is that actually a person? Yeah, it was actually a person. Who is that? Ah, that's Benny H. And it's Cessna 210. Okay, so let's get this thing just fired up. We'll get it fired up and we'll get out of here. Not going to waste any time on this. So I want to go to I want to go to Flagstaff IFR, and then I still want to go to Sedona of VFR, and have a little fun down there. Because we got to pull the chute, man. Like we're not going to end this flight without pulling the damn chute. Been a long time lurker of streams. I actually used some to learn new airplanes when I made the switch to X-Plane. I think your content's great. Long-time flight simmer as well, and currently working in the flight department, a more maintenance role for 2 G550 aircraft. Oh my God, dude, that's awesome. With dreams of flying one day, wanted to say thanks for the streams and cheers. Captain Big Germ, man. Captain Big Germ, that's a great story. Cheers, man. Thank you for dropping in today. It's good to see you. And dude, the 2 G550s, like that's gonna be pretty fun to work on those. I mean, I'm sure it's a job like anybody, like anything else. Don't worry about it, Benny. You're fine. I'm sure it's a job just like anything else, but you know, that sounds a lot better than you know, anything that I'm doing. We'll just put it that way. All right, here. So battery comes on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alternator, avionics. Bring all that stuff on. Parking brake is set. Pull the power back. Set the zoom level there. And prime to fuel. 1, 2, 3. Good there. Mixture full. Power 25%-ish. Clear prop. Get out of the way. And we'll load up fuel. Good. People. Let's get Coke Girl in here. She gotta be dainty, right? All right, Coke Girl. Coke Girl's good to go. She got her Coke. She got her iPhone. She nothing but smiles. All right. And get the sucker started up. About 900 RPMs there. Go plates. Close you, edit. Close, close, close. PRC. Airport diagram. Flagstaff. Airport diagram. Good. My voice cracking a little bit. Clearance at Prescott is 1925. And ground is 21.7. Let's go transponder, code. Actually, just go back. Transponder, VFR, altitude. Orthoplex P does not check downloaded images if there are problems. Yeah, I know. But like, Snatzer, here's the thing, like, this area is stable. I've done a lot of flying out here.
G'day, Centurion 303, Charlie Tango, IFR to Flagstaff.
I love the accent. Benny H has got the greatest accent on the network, no doubt about it. Yeah, but if it was a problem with the, like, if it was a problem with the missing texture or something, that would manifest itself in a very different way. And I know what that looks like. I know what that error looks like because I've seen it before. And I've flown a lot out here and haven't had that kind of issue. Like, I've flown in and out of Phoenix a ton of times using the exact same ortho. Like I said, scenery-wise, the only thing that's changed is that Sedona scenery. Unless there's some buggered up thing that's coming through an update. DV Lurie, good to see you. Love the Cirrus. Had a chance to fly the new 2018 SR20 GT in the real world. Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I've banged around in Max's Cirrus, which is a 2017 and pretty sweet. It's a 22 as well, and that thing's got some power, dude. Like, those planes are really cool. That's what I'm thinking, McShitty Pilot. So I just uninstalled the new payware Sedona. So I'm gonna do some more flying out here this weekend, and we'll see if I can recreate that problem. And if it goes away, then like I'll try to do the same flight from Prescott up to from Tucson up to Flagstaff on my own, and see what happens. So I got some planes I got to test this weekend anyway. But yeah, I'm leaning towards the issue being with that scenery, because that's, like I said, it's the only thing that's changed. Drew Simulator Wick, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. B3 Burner, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Friday, guys. 11.05 updates deal with scenery as well as 11.10. That's always a possibility too. But you'd think that other people would have issues too. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's what you do. If you change something, you remove it and you try something else. Like you basically just do one thing at a time and see if it fixes it. 3009 on the altimeter. We'll call clearance and we'll get out of here. That's not it. 3009.
Vietnam 241, descend via the server to arrival, the San Francisco altimeter 2975.
7 Tango Sierra, we're going P,
KPRC to FLG.
November 303 Charlie Tango.
FT. Good there.
303 Charlie Tango, go ahead.
November 303 Charlie Tango, clear the Flagstaff Airport via red.
Yeah, that route's not even accurate at this point.
Maintain 10,000, expect 11,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.57. Squawk 4534.
Clear to the Flagstaff Airport, radar vectors to Oates. Climb and maintain 10,000, expect 11,000 minutes after departure. Contact departure 133.57 and squawk 4534 303 Charlie Tango.
The Aussie accent, man, it's fantastic. What is this place called? Prescott. Prescott clearance, good evening. Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra IFR clearance to Flagstaff.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Prescott clearance, clear the Flagstaff Airport via vectors Oates direct. Maintain 10,000, expect 11,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.57. Squawk 1542.
Clear to Flagstaff, radar vectors Oates direct. 10,000 on departure, 11,000 within 10. Departure 133.57, squawk 1542. 7 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, read that correct.
Okay. Pop up our our massive perspective display here. That's great. Alright, pop you in. Can I type? Nope, can't type there. Can't type there either. So we're at KPRC. PRC. That's an airport. Enter. Enter. We're getting radar vectors to Oates. Nope. O-A-T-E-S. That's a fix. Enter, enter. And then from there, we're going to go to Flagstaff. K.
Over the ground, Twin Star number 386 Echo Romeo is at the FBO looking to taxi for VFR departure to the southwest.
Enter, enter. Okay. Put you away. Come on down here. We're going to go to do all the stuff that we didn't do last time. So, flight director, and the altitude is going to be 10,000 initially.
November 386 Echo Romeo.
That's not the button I wanted to hit.
Taxi via Papa Kilo.
Runway 22 via Papa and Kilo for 386
All
Echo
the
Romeo.
way to 10,000. Up, up, up we go. Great. 10,000 there. IAS, and we're going to look for 100 on the IAS. Number I pulled out of my hiney, but I think it's close enough. And we'll go heading mode. So heading, flight director, IAS, alt set, great. Flight director's been set, or I should say flight plan has been set. We have the weather. No, we don't, but we will. PRC. So, 0103, 10 miles visibility, clear skies, 33 Celsius, altimeter 3009er. Got that punched in, we're good to go. 0103 is fine. And I got the wrong... No, I have the right diagram. Where the hell are we? We're at the Riddle ramp, I know.
Local approach 135.1. United 241, connect local approach 121.3.
Foxtrot. Like Foxtrot 3. Okay. So we're at the Riddle ramp. I'll just say near Foxtrot 3 with the weather. I need to punch in actually the ground frequency. It's only 21.7. 21.7, and then tower is 25.3.
Cirrus 245 to Zulu local approach, roger. San Francisco altimeter 275.
All right, let's get out of here.
United 241 local approach.
Let me know how XP load scenery to look ahead. It loads. It does load ahead of time. It does definitely load stuff out ahead of time. But I don't know, like, I don't know exactly how it chunks all that stuff in. VNav works, you can set the restrictions. Cool. There's no restriction for me to set, but that's neat. F. Bakian, good to see you, man. Already been told, just arrived. What aircraft add-on used? There you go.
Prescott ground, g'day, Centurion 303, Charlie Tango. Received Papa through the middle ramp, ready for taxi.
November 303, Charlie Tango. Prescott ground, you prefer runway 30 or runway 3 right today?
No preference, sir.
Nice cheery attitude.
303 Charlie Tango, runway 3 right, taxi via Foxtrot, Delta, cross runway 30 Delta.
Runway 3 right, taxi via Foxtrot, Delta, cross runway 30 at Delta. 303 Charlie Tango.
Cessna 3 Bravo Alpha, turn off heading 290.
Okay, so that's gonna be him. He's flashing his lights at me. Prescott ground, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra's Embry-Riddle ramp with the weather for taxi. Five, 4, 2, 1.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Prescott ground runway 30 taxi via Foxtrot.
30 via Foxtrot, 7 Tango Sierra. Interesting.
And Prescott ground, we didn't get your taxi clearance.
So he gave me different taxi clearance than the other guy.
November 303 Charlie Tango, you want the taxi clearance again, is that what you said?
We read back the taxi clearance, and we didn't get your affirmation there.
Remember 303 Charlie Tango, there wasn't anything else. Runway 3 right, taxi via Foxtrot, Delta, cross runway 30 Delta.
3 right via Foxtrot, Delta, cross 30 at Delta, 303 Charlie Tango.
Yeah, you're fine, man. All you need to do is read back and you're good to go. I think the only time they actually give you an affirmation is when you're reading back, like, your clearance instructions. Got to start an accent of the streamer. Yeah, but that's the thing is Ben's gonna win it every time we come in here. I've been infatuated with his accent since the first time I heard it. Ben's cool though. Ben sends me he sends me emails a lot, and he gets, like, I don't get a chance to respond to him all the time, but he sends me emails with a bunch of pictures from flying down under. He's a commercial pilot down there in Aussie land. Living the life, I want to say. How deep is the G1000 simulated? Not very deep. It is definitely not not even close to being a study level simulation of the G1000 or even the SR20 for that matter. It's a fun plane though. Like I'm actually enjoying the hell out of flying this thing tonight. It's been rather entertaining to putt around in this guy. Like and they're pretty, like, they're super upfront about what it does and doesn't do. Like from the get-go, they'll tell you like this thing is.
November 3 Bravo Alpha, 3 miles from Crowd 8, turn left heading 240, maintain 900,000.
Don't know what that is.
Cleared, ILS running 2.
They're pretty upfront about what it does and doesn't do. Okay, we're not gonna bother with the run up or any of that crap because nothing's gonna actually die on us. Okay. Go flaps approach. Lights, speedo heat. Okay, we're gonna go 10,000 feet based on whatever they tell us to do. Let's do CDI over to GPS and tower. Tower's 25.3. Departure's 33.57. 33.57. Prescott Tower, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra is holding short runway 30.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Prescott Tower, runway 30, line up and wait, traffic crossing downfield.
Line up and wait 30, 7 Tango Sierra. Get off my runway! I'm surprised he put us on different runways.
November
That's kind of
717 Tango Sierra, fly heading 320, runway 30, clear for takeoff, wind 0103.
Okay, clear for takeoff from a clear for takeoff heading 320, 7 Tango Sierra.
Okay, 30 identified. Lights. Camera. And action.
Amarillo ground, November 386, Echo Romeo, holding short of 22.
2.
November 386, Echo Romeo, Amarillo Tower,
God, this thing takes a lot of
southwest.
right rudder.
Runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Okay, instruments in the green.
Clear for takeoff, 22.
Airspeed's alive.
Echo Romeo.
November 723, Bravo Alpha, connect press.
Center line, distant memory. We barely knew her. There's rotation. And positive rate. There's no gear to bring up, is there?
Prescott Tower 723, Bravo Alpha's ILS 21.
November 723, Bravo Alpha, Prescott Tower, runway 21, left, clear to land, wind 010.
So now he's got an ILS 21 left. He's got somebody taking off a 3 right, which is the opposite of... Oh dear.
November 7 Tango Sierra, connect Phoenix departure.
Departure 7 Tango Sierra. Okay. That acceleration going. The flaps in. For whatever reason, my button's not working. Over to departure. Departure Sierra 717 Tango Sierra 5,300 climbing 10,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb maintain 11,000.
Climb maintain 11,000, 7 Tango Sierra. 11.
November 303 Charlie Tango, Fresco Tower, turn right heading 035, runway 3 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright. 700 feet per minute. That's probably about all we can really hope for. I'm gonna blame it on her and her coke. And her just complete, like, lack of caring about anything in the world except whatever's on her iPad. Which, if I recall, is the VFlyteAir website. Yes. It's the VFlyteAir website. Best General Aviation Aircraft 2015. Probably the, that's probably the Cherokee. Yeah, the Cherokee 140. Oh dear. How did she get there? Do I use Reshade or any sort of shade post-processing software? I do not. Everything you're seeing here is stock. Dr. Nerd Rage, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday, Mr. Nerd Rage. Welcome aboard. Came in late, presuming leaving Flagstaff now. Yeah, we've had some issues tonight. We're leaving Prescott en route to Flagstaff. We're just waiting to get some altitude here.
November 3 Bravo Alpha, 1 opposite direction.
Very interested in that website, yeah.
Prior to your arrival, we'll start turning westbound in front of you.
See, a weird problem. An X-plane engine sounds diminished when I look left, but not in the external view. That's odd. It sounds like maybe something's buggered up with your audio like your audio configuration, but I don't know. JPJ, good to see you, man. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing, buddy? Johan, we'll get the Epic out here in a few weeks probably. It has been a while since I've flown that. RC Flyer, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Saw the Q&A that it will be on par with the default 532 functionality. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's you know it's probably not quite to the 530, but it's pretty okay. Man, I probably should have gone for probably should have climbed at VY here. Let's do that. Knock her back to the VY speed. See if maybe we can get a few more feet per minute out of this sucker. At some point, I gotta get him to turn me back around, you know. But he can't do that until I get. He probably can't do that until I get up above a certain altitude.
Yeah, I don't think dropping that speed actually did anything. We tried though, man. We really tried. Yeah, when you look at the web foot of the sound is muted, and that's because it's 3D sound engine. So the sound, like the engine's on the right side, the sound's coming out of the right side. So that's why the left ear gets quieter and the right ear gets louder. It's part of the F mod. Like it's part of the whole 3D sound engine that's in X-Plane now. Because if we look right, the opposite happens. The left ear gets louder and the right ear gets quieter. I turn the boost pump off too while we're at it. Crank ourselves over to the right engine.
Departure Centurion 303 Charlie Tango 7200 for 10,000.
November 303 Charlie Tango Phoenix departure radar contact. November 717 Tango Sierra turn right pursue direct Oats resume navigation.
Right direct Oats resume nav 7 Tango Sierra.
United 241 local approach roger.
Okay, so let's see here. We want to go direct.
November 3 Charlie Tango climb and maintain 11,000.
Climb and maintain 11,000 303 Charlie Tango.
Oats direct. That work? Yeah, it did. So we put this in nav mode, it should capture that. Hell yeah, it did. Never thought I'd be so excited about going to a fix. But here we are. At 600 feet per minute. Not going very fast. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Where the hell's the airport at, man? Like, we flew way out here. Off my right wing. Is it? Yeah. I don't know, we flew far enough out I can't see the airport anymore.
November 303 traffic. Correction, November 303 Charlie Tango traffic 2 o'clock in 3 miles eastbound, a Cirrus at 8,800.
I got a chance to check out the motion RC. I looked into it, but I haven't had a chance to look at it too much. Honestly, I haven't been home all that much the last week. Doesn't that use the new F mod sounds? I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. I imagine they've implemented it, but maybe not. I didn't look too deep into the patch notes for this plane, other than like learning about the FMS changes and whatnot, or the like the G1000 changes. Seriously, yeah, I mean the real G1000 has a lot of stuff that this plane doesn't have, but they don't make any claims about this thing being perfect or even being close to perfect.
And Centurion 3 Charlie Tango now traffic is 2 o'clock in 2 miles eastbound diverging Cirrus at 900,200.
We tried Tower 3D Pro, not yet. The Tower 3D Pro guys actually reached out to me. They want to do some stuff, so I gotta get back to them and see what we can cook up. But yeah, Tower 3D Pro I'm gonna do here probably in a week or two.
We are unable to see the slow Cirrus 303 Charlie Tango.
November 3 Charlie Tango, roger.
You're an asshole. Just because you got a turbo. Actually, does that 210 have a turbo on it, Ben? Or Benny? Benny? What do you go by? Man. I got my PilotEdge map. That's my TCAS right there. I can see everything that's happening. Oh, man. Oh, here. I got some pictures. I think Lost Kiwis disappeared, but... These were some photos that was sent over to me by somebody in my one of my Discords. Mr. Lost Kiwi. He was he did his multi-engine training down in Las Vegas, and these are photos he took from the mini route. So directly overhead Los Angeles, coming up on LAX. Looks like from the south to the north. So we'd be just south of Hawthorne right now. That must be coming back. Ah, that's so cool, man. That'd be so much fun to fly that.
November 3 Bravo.
Seriously.
Taxi around via Bravo, remain this frequency.
Those aren't my pictures, like I said.
November
Still
3,
pretty
Charlie
sweet.
Tango, turn right, proceed direct Oats, resume navigation.
Right direct oath, resume navigation, 303 Charlie Tango.
All right, 700 to go. We're still 500 feet per minute, so we're still doing okay, but we're definitely pushing this plane to its limits. Turn our O2 on. Make sure we don't die here. I think if you put me personally over 10,000 feet, I would just immediately go hypoxic. That would be it. Las Vegas was just released on Tower 3D Pro. Nice. Don't make me turn this stream around. It's fine. Oh man, I love these kind of nights. Like I actually really miss the general aviation stuff. It's just so chill. You know, like yeah, like the first flight there was pretty busy with all the mini route and whatnot that we were working on, but like for the most part, it's always just so chill coming out here and flying the GA stuff. But I hear Kennedy Steve retired last week. I did not. Or this week I did not. Josso one, good to see you. Happy Friday, welcome aboard. But no, I didn't know he retired. That's too bad. That's like all the personality gone out of New York, right? I'm actually not going direct. Oh.
Yeah, 241 connects San Francisco Tower 1 to
No,
0.5.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Go back. No, go back. Don't do that. Don't do that. I screwed that up. But we'll fix it. I don't know what that nav button does. That nav button, that's not the nav I was looking for. Huh? Crap.
Yeah, 241 San Francisco Tower wind 280 at 17 on right left, clear the line.
UA hit back. Now if I go to nav mode down here, that's the right nav mode. Tricky. Hook up the iPad and fly over the Canyon X-Plane 11 mobile. We did that once. Did that a while back. I forget what was like one of the planes was having issues. Oh no, you know what? My PC was having issues. Like it decided to do a Windows update randomly. And that's all I could do. 10,000 feet's fine, 10,001 out like a light. Yeah, exactly. Poker Chute says he enjoys the streams. I appreciate it. Love having some personality while still staying professional. It's the balance. It is, man. Like, that's the hard part. You got to make it interesting. I want to make it interesting for myself as I do anybody, as I do the rest of you guys. And I still want to do things more or less by the book. So, but it's fun to show that there's fun to be had here. Even though we are flying and we are, performing in a relatively serious environment. So, that's my rant for the day. Preachy. Find a baby at 23 squared. It should help you catch up. 63. Oh yeah. You're doing a 163 over the ground. I'm doing 140. Yeah, you got me beat by a little bit there, Benny. Brian 426. Good to see you, man. Nav button is pulling from my nav one where I could navigate VORs and such. Got it. I'll have to do some more research on like all of this stuff. And Brian 426, welcome aboard, man. It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Marcus just got on the scope. All right. Is Marcus streaming? What's the busiest you've ever seen an airport during a VATSIM or PilotEdge event? Oh man, that's a good question. PilotEdge event, I think that like the Aspen, no, you know what, the PilotEdge event, it would be it was the Aspen to John Wayne flight that we did. And the airports themselves weren't super busy, but traffic got stacked up pretty hard coming into John Wayne. And they actually had a real world air traffic controller that jumped on and was doing the John Wayne final, like the John Wayne radar approach sector. So he had us flying, we were coming in from the northeast, and he actually vectored us all the way south, west, northwest, and north around the airfield to bring us in, like from the complete wrong direction. So that was pretty cool. But there was a pretty large stack of traffic for that one. I mean, the biggest events are definitely the VATSIM events. You know, if you do anything going into like Louisville is always busy because you have traffic coming in from so many different directions. Atlanta, I've done a few times, has been pretty busy. That Minneapolis event, there were quite a few planes. Philadelphia tends to be busier, but I'm not sure I could name, like, I can't remember any one event that I've done. If you want to, like, the busiest events you're going to find are going to be some of the stuff over in Europe, or it's going to be the, I think it's going to be like the cross the pond kind of events. Those are the ones that are going to be super busy. A Cirrus environment, you say? Oh yeah, don't forget to lean the mixture, right. I did a little bit of leaning on the way up here. Engine? Oh yeah, we're burning a lot of fuel. That's all right, we'll bring that sucker back. Temps are coming up, temps are coming up, temps are coming up. Temps are still coming up. There's the peak right there, 1430 it looks like. We'll bring it down so that cylinder number 3 is about 1380. Oh, right there. About 9 gallons per hour looks like is what we're going to get. 59% power. No, we can't do that. You know, sorry guys, we're going to have to, I'm going to lean this for best power, which appears to be about right there. I think that's actually like peak. I'm not going to go any less than, like, it's 65% is all we're getting out of this thing. I'm going to have to go with that. Because I need every little bit of speed that I can get out of this sucker. What are my opinions on flying glass cockpit versus steam gauge instruments for pilot training? I mean, I've only flown steam gauge myself. But, I don't know, they're different. Like, they're just different. And it'll be interesting to at some point make a transition over to a glass cockpit, but I don't think it really matters because honestly, you're not looking inside the cockpit that much during your primary training. Like, your primary training, you're outside the windows, traffic, altitude, traffic, speed, traffic, altitude. Like, you're basically just glancing in every so often during your scan just to verify your altitude, verify your speed, your heading, verify your engine instruments are good. Like you're not buried inside the cockpit like you will be for your instrument stuff. So I think when it comes to the instrument stuff, then it becomes a little bit different. And I don't think it, like, learn in whatever airframe you think you're going to use. I have no idea what it's going to be like to transition from steam gauges to glass or glass back to steam gauges. Like, talking to somebody like Max would be interesting, where he's got, you know, hundreds of hours flying nothing but glass. Could Max sit down with a 6-pack and be able to fly that plane? I don't think he, like, I think he would tell you this. He's more or less told me this. Like, I don't think he'd feel confident with it, at least initially. But I think at this point it's just different.
Series 5 to Zulu Connect Auckland Center 132.2.
I would love to fly glass. I would love to have the glass displays available to me. I'd love to have the GPS available to me. Like, all that stuff would be fantastic to have. Unfortunately, the plane I rent is the plane that the club plane is all steam gauges, and so that's what I'm learning on. JPJ, we're flying from Prescott to Flagstaff. So yeah, we've got some high mountains and some high plateaus out here in the northern Arizona desert. Marcus is
November
nice.
245 to Zulu, Auckland Center. Roger,
Marcus
Center
must have
Alpha,
SoCal then, because we've still got the same controller here we've had for a bit.
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra, Flagstaff altimeter 3029er. Advise you have Flagstaff weather, say approach request.
29er, we got the weather, and we'll just take the visual for 7 Tango Sierra. We don't actually have the weather, but whatever.
November 7 Tango Sierra, expect visual approach runway 3.
Okay, we'll expect the visual for 3, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 29er on the altimeter. Let's grab the weather. I told him I had it, I lied. Flagstaff weather, winds are calm, 10-mile visibility, clear skies, altimeter 3028. We're gonna fly, actually we're gonna fly right over Sedona here in a second. Sedona's the final destination tonight.
So we're going to blast out of Flagstaff VOR, head down to Sedona, and pull the chute. Spoilers. I still love the G1000 and a 172 SP. Yeah, man. It's on my list of things to do once I'm finished with my training. I want to go fly some glass cockpit stuff because there's a flight school where I can go do that. I want to run up and 010 for 7 Tango Sierra. That was unexpected.
November 303 Charlie Tango Flagstaff altimeter 3029 advise you got Flagstaff weather safe approach
Heading.
request.
Give me a shortcut. Yeah, so like I want to
3029 and we do have the weather and we'll just take the visual, thanks.
So I want to go spend some time in glass, and I also want to go up to a flight school and grab my tail wheel, my tail wheel endorsement if I can. It's a matter of whether or not, like weight-wise, I can make it into a cub with an instructor. But yeah, I mean, then obviously the IFR stuff and whatnot too. But IFR is still going to be a ways away. Okay, Flagstaff Tower. 9,000, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, start the slow cranking of this knob here. We'll do vertical speed down to 500 feet per minute. We'll keep cranking that knob down to 9,000. Right, there we go. And 2295. Oh. Nope, that doesn't work either. Interesting. I actually, like, I know somebody tried to explain to me. Oh, maybe it's, oh, is it this? Ah, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Brian explained it to me, and I didn't fully understand what he was talking about. 2295 is going to be tower, though. We'll get that punched in here. Now I get it. It makes sense. I see what those buttons mean. Definitely not your navigation buttons. That's for sure. So Flagstaff is interesting because it's basically like right at the side of a mountain here, and that's the airport. Approach Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra. We've got Flagstaff in sight.
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra cleared visual approach runway 3.
Good visual approach runway 3, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, turn ourselves in here. Flagstaff altitude is 7,000 feet. So we'll basically go down to that 9,000, just hold that until we get closer. Marcus is going to fly in an unsponsored PE event tonight if he was able. Where's the event at tonight? I would love to do float plane. So I would love to go get a float plane rating, but the thing is you can't rent float planes anywhere.
Left 010 down to 9,000.
For insurance purposes, like there's nobody that's going to rent you a float plane. So you're pretty much stuck. You're pretty much stuck. Like you can get the rating, that's great, but you can't do anything with it then. So yeah, I mean, but I know there's some, I know where I can go up in Maine to get my float plane rating. It's just, it doesn't, like, I would love to, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like that might be something I do down the road just because, hey, I can get a float plane rating because why not? But yeah, Coast Pilot, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Get a tail wheel rating in a T6 Texan. Dude, I can't afford that. How expensive do you think a Texan would be to fly per hour? Seriously. Got my single engine C in Florida. That'd be a place to do it too. All right, there's the runway. There's the Pappies. We're low right now, which is totally expected. So I'm not even going to stop here. I'm just going to do a... so Ben, if you're listening, man, I'm going to do a low approach. I'm basically going to do a touch and go at Flagstaff and then head down to Sedona.
So as soon as he pops me over the tower.
Radar service terminated. Connect Flagstaff Tower 134.55.
Over the tower 3455. 7 Tango Sierra. I put the wrong frequency in, didn't I? Flagstaff Tower, Cirrus 717 Tango Sierra is about 7 miles southwest inbound for a touch and go. We're going to depart to the southeast with no advisories. See how you handle that.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Flagstaff Tower, Roger. You want to cancel IFR?
Yeah, we'll cancel our IFR, 7 Tango Sierra.
Okay, November 717 Tango Sierra, IFR cancellation received. Squawk and maintain VFR. Runway 3, clear touch and go, and wind calm southeastbound departure approved.
Okay, Squawk VFR, cleared touch and go, runway 3, 7 Tango Sierra, southeastbound approved. Yeah, I forgot I was on the IFR plan, so I should have said cancel IFR and then told him all the stuff I wanted to do. That's fine, though. So we're going to do a touch and go here. We're going to race down to Sedona, and then we're going to pull the chute. Because that's the thing we have to do. Go back to the left tower.
Tango Flagstaff Airport, 12:30 o'clock, 11 miles.
12:30 o'clock, that's a new one. We take the oxygen off, too.
Cessna 3 Charlie Tango, cleared visual approach, runway 3.
Geez, southwest is what I wanted, but we'll still take the southeast departure. Yeah, we'll take the southeast departure out of here. Be fine. Start bringing that power back. About 4 miles out. See if we can do 1 notch of flaps. Oh, I can do 150. I know I can do 150 on these flaps. In fact, it says 150 right there.
November 303 Charlie Tango, radar services terminated. Connect Flagstaff Tower 134.55.
Yeah, there's the white arc. Okay, mixture, lights. Undercarriage good. Gear's good.
Flagstaff Tower, g'day. Centurion 303 Charlie Tango. Visual runway 3, 10 out.
Best accent right there.
November 303 Charlie Tango, Flagstaff Tower, runway 3.
I go for about 75 knots in this approach. I'm assuming that's about what you do the approach at. I have no idea though.
Clear to land, runway 3, 30.
Activated Siri on my iPad a few streams ago. Okay, Google, remind me tomorrow at 8 that Cat Strader is awesome. I always screw with people's Alexas when I go to their house and I see they have one. About half the time they actually figure out what's going on. Rush raid, all right. Hello, everybody from Rush to Stream. Everybody from Rush to Stream, you guys are just in time. We're doing a touch and go here at Flagstaff, and then we're gonna fly down to Sedona and pull the chute. So Wayne's good to see you, man. What is that? Fly Thales, good to see you. Fly the ILS, that's what it is. Elios, welcome aboard. All right, anyway. Gear's good, lights good. Everybody's in sight. Let's land. Flaps takeoff. Give her power. Center line somewhere there. Rotate. Yikes, let's get that nose down, get some speed, man. Holy crap. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I could put my flaps all the way up, but I can't do it with my damn... My flaps up button don't work. Alright, we'll make a turn out of here, head to the southeast. And there you go. That's Flagstaff. Next stop, the Chute. Yeah, I told him I'd go southeast, so I'll go southeast. Until we get out of his airspace. Top of his airspace is 9,500. Bring that nose down a touch. Let's put her in heading mode. Sync the heading up. Heading. IAS.
Cirrus 7 Tango Sierra, frequency change approved.
7 Tango Sierra, we'll see it. Okay, Sedona is 123.0. Okay, so we're going to plan to fly. Sedona Airport's at 4,800 feet, so we'll fly at 6,000 feet over top of the field. Once we are on the northeast side of the field, we'll go ahead and pull it. And we'll see what happens. So I'll do 8,500 feet on the way down there. Should be okay with that. 8,500. And still work on getting out of Flagstaff's airspace here, so we're still in their delta. All right. Power seems kind of low as a high altitude airport. Yeah, it was a high altitude and hot airport. 7,000 feet AGL, or sorry, 7,000 feet MSL was the altitude, and the temp is 19 Celsius. I guess it wasn't super hot, but yeah, I mean, we started off at 7,000 feet, and we just climbed to 1,500 AGL. We'll get there soon enough, though. Sedona, direct. We'll be down there in about 8 minutes. And we are just coming out of the airspace now, so I'll go ahead and make my right turn direct to Sedona. We'll enjoy the scenery. I don't know how long it's going to take for this thing to drop to the ground. I'm hoping I actually hit the airport, because like Sedona's up on a plateau. So if we miscalculate this, we might find ourselves off in Never Land. The winds are currently 360 at 7. So coming out of the south. So I actually may want to wait till I'm over the maybe I'll wait till I'm on the right over top of the field to pull it. Because I don't want to get pushed too far to the north. Oh no, they're out of the north, sorry. Yeah, so we'll sorry, the winds are out of the north. Because I know what I'm talking about here. I'm a professional, don't worry. And yeah, so we'll pull it on the north side of the field. Great. This will be the dumbest thing we do all night, but it's totally going to be worth it. Are the flaps? Oh, the flaps are still out. No, the flaps are in. I'll put the flaps up. Yeah, I mean, like, we're truing out. Like, we're truing out at 150 knots. Like, we're freaking hauling right now, all things considered. It's just like we started it. We took off out of there at 7,000 feet, and we're only at 8,500 right now. I mean, it's just it's you know it's math at this point. Not going to get this fast in a Cherokee, that's for sure. The tail number changes. I don't know. Do not know. Yeah, I'm going to kill the engine and pull it. Used to be 355 Alpha Alpha. Did the tail number changed? Yeah, Ben, man, thanks for coming along, dude. That was a good time. That was a neat little flight. You should come down here to Sedona, man. Come do some pattern work in Sedona and watch me shoot this thing in. Of course, it's just gonna look like a floating Cessna for you, but you know, it's all the same. All right, 3 minutes. T minus 180 seconds and counting. It's a 3. I don't even know what you guys are talking about now. Oh, talking about how American 767 went to Amazon. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. There's the airport. This is gonna happen. Oh man, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, guys, it's been super fun. It's been a good night. It's been a fun stream. I miss GA flying, dude. I really miss the GA stuff. Learning experience coming up. Oh yeah, indeed. Don't exceed max indicator for the caps. What is the cap speed? 140 knots. The 140 knots for the max demonstrated. It's all right though. I'm not gonna let ourselves get that high. Autopilot off. Start our descent into Sedona. Lady in back just invite herself onto the flight. Yeah, dude. She doesn't know what she's getting herself into. What's going on? Don't worry, it'll be fun. I promise. Flagstaff is a fuel truck that said, Mayor's gas service, Austin Meyer always has gas. I love it. There's a weather reload right there. I thought maybe the sim was going to crash. It's just lots and lots and lots of stuff loading in. Maybe it's loading in Phoenix down here. It must be. Come on. Stop. Let's go. It's a science experiment. You're ruining it. There we go. I got a full slip going on right now. Should pull the flaps out or something. We'll be okay here. All right, 6,000's coming up. 6,000 is my altitude. We may do it a little sooner. So 140 knots is what we got. Okay, engine's gone. Fuel pump off. Master off. Pull it! Shoot! Oh, jeez! That was abrupt. Gotta get my screenshot in. We missed the mark, though. Totally missed the airport. Does my rudder work? No. Next on aircraft investigations. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. going backwards. Reversers engaged. Oh boy. I don't like this ride anymore. And that's where she rests. Nope, never mind. Still going. Still going. Another life saved, man. That's right. Caps deployment successful. V1 rotate. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a blast. Thank you guys all so much for joining me tonight. I'll be back on Friday afternoon, or sorry, Monday afternoon with some streaming. I'll have the times in Discord and whatnot. I'll take it a little closer. Yeah, we'll be back. So either next Friday, we're either going to have the MU2, which has an X-Plane 11 compatibility update coming up, or we're going to have the new upcoming plane by Aerobask, which should be a good time. So and she's still on her phone, right? She doesn't care. She's taking a selfie right now. She's like, survived the plane crash. Got my Coke. Yeah, that's great. We pulled the caps. It was fun, guys. Have a great night. Let's see who's live. I know. So Alan just finished. Rush just finished up. So, that's who I would have sent it to. You got Torbinator, you got Marcus, and you got General Mittens. General Mittens is fun. He's a good dude. But I'm probably gonna go watch one of these two guys. I'm not sure who yet. And we'll go from there. So guys, thanks again. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend if you're in the US. Enjoy your long holiday weekend. And we'll see you guys on Monday afternoon. Toodles. Where's the music? There we go. Good night, guys.